We are stepping in as the head coach of the Tennessee Titans and using mods to create one of the hardest franchises I've ever played. Using mods directly out of the modded Madden community like Sabo's gameplay mod, we're going to be seeing gameplay that we've never seen before and integrations like the My Franchise tool that are going to make a customized experience for us to really dictate how our players are going to play. But to rebuild the Titans, we have major questions like what are we going to do at the end of this season to prepare for the upcoming NFL draft? Like, will Will Levis still be our QB number one? And then what about an aging defense? What moves are we going to have to make to secure at least some longevity, as the future of this team does look a little bleak? But with all the utilization tools at our fingertips, it's time to jump in, play the Houston Texans, and start our first season. But we're starting in real time. We're starting in week number 12. Week number 11 has come and gone, and we are sitting in a terrible position, sitting at 2-8, a top draft pick in the NFL. These are what the full standings look like, and we have created it so it is perfectly there for us. In fact, Daniel Jones just got released in this. As a Giants fan, I don't know how that's all going there, but we're Titans fans for this rebuild here as we see it across the board down here at 2-8. This is, though, what our team does look like at this point. We are not in a good position. One of the worst teams in the league, one of the worst overalls in the league, and we're without a couple of our biggest corners with Uze out there and Snead, both of those guys on IR. Quandre Diggs out as well for the remainder of the season. Cushenberry out for the remainder of the season. Gibbons out for the remainder of the season. We don't know about Treylon Burks just yet. He's battling a knee injury over there, so we still will see. But this is what our depth chart does look like. Will Levis sitting at a 71. That is not bad. That's doable. That's workable as long as we can get the rest of the team up there. I love Peter Skronsky and J.C. Latham, but Nicholas Petit-Free on the other side, that's who scares me there. We have a Calvin Ridley. We know how good he is. Okonkwo at tight end, I really like him, but that's going to be a big part of our team. Tajay Spears coming off a concussion, so he won't be playing this week. But on the defensive side, like I said, we're going to be without a lot of our secondary, and that's going to hurt us. So what we're doing is James Williams out of Miami, who's a middle linebacker / strong safety type. He's going back to strong safety now to try to mix things up for us, get playing time when we do need him there. And what I'm thinking is if we can develop him, he'd be a fun like Isaiah Simmons type for us. But here's what they are saying about us right now. Our scouting report, where are we sitting? Right now it says our quarterback room, not that good. Our running back room, actually pretty decent, especially in the elusiveness category. Our wide receiving room is pretty average across the board. Actually, they have us down there at the 27th best in the league. Tight end, 28th best in the league. Offensive line, one of the worst in the league. So we're down there when it comes to how our starting units look. Running backs is the only way we're going to find our success, and it's really Nicholas Petit-Free down here at the bottom. Athleticism, run blocking, pass blocking, and more. And it says our secondary is very good. The only problem is we are struggling with so many different injuries. Our linebacking core is not good. Our defensive line is good. I do like our linebacking core, but heading into next year, we're going to lose Quandre Diggs, Jerome Baker. We have to re-sign a lot of these guys here. If you look here on this right side, we have a big free agency class coming up, and luckily enough, we don't have a lot of dead cap. It's only $40 million comparatively to most. We have $51 million in cap space, so it's going to be fun. We're going to try to re-sign some of these guys, get some of these guys back for us, but this is what it all matters about. How is the draft going to go? There are so many good players in this year's draft. Looking first at the quarterback. We know Will Levis may not be the long-term guy, so do we go with a quarterback in this draft class? Well, there's Jackson Dart, Quinn Ewers, Carson Beck, Milroe, and more, like Shadeur Sanders and Cam Ward. If we go one of those guys, maybe we'll find success. Or we try to rebuild that receiving core. I think Treylon Burks at this point is a bust. What about Evan Stewart? I love Evan Stewart at 5'11" out of Oregon. He's really a guy who can go deep on us. Isaiah Bond, another deep threat. Or Burden and McMillan if we get a top draft pick. But we could also try to replace Petit-Free over there. And I think Emory Jones would be good. Rushi, maybe decent. But we could also rebuild that linebacking core, add in some edge rushing, and Abdul Carter would be able to do it for us. As we get deeper into the season with the scouting, it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out. But the focus isn't on the offseason just yet. The focus is now. The focus is at least trying to put together maybe wins, maybe good games, but that's it. But this week we're playing the Houston Texans, who are 7-4. We are 2-8. Looking at the game line, it's the Texans favored by 8 points. Wow. So they think we have no shot here. Who knows? The NFL franchise of the Tennessee Titans is going to start right now. But it's here. The start of a brand new franchise. Calvin Ridley leading the way for us on offense. Will Levis as well. 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for him. But CJ Stroud, the quarterback for the Houston Texans, this team, they're going to be our foes for a very long time. Hopefully a rivalry here is the Tennessee Titans. We're jumping in year number 1 at the end of the season. We're 2-8 so far. How will we finish this season and how will we draft? But it starts here with the kickoff, as it will be our defense up first. So I'm excited to talk about it. We have a lot of things to look at as they will go for the return here. We're coming down with Harold trying to deliver a boom, but it's going to be CJ Stroud coming out. And we have our stats correct. I've gone through and edited every single stat and records to be correct, but the other team's stats are not. CJ Stroud, he does have 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions through this season. But one thing does remain. He's gotten sacked almost more than any other quarterback, so we're going to try to bring pressure on him again today. But it's all going to be up to our linebacking core. Burris as well at the safety spot. It's going to be pressure. Pressure as they're going to go ahead here. Run this one with Mixon up the middle. He's got a little bit of room to run, but it's Jerome Baker bringing him down. Jerome Baker and Kenneth Murray are going to be 2 of the biggest pieces, at least for this first year, and maybe the second year if we decide to bring Jerome Baker back. But that's how it's going to operate here. Is Joe Mixon out to the open field going down. He's got 2 for 18 to start the day. The only problem is Jerome Baker is 29 years old. Kenneth Murray 27, so he's a little bit younger. But how will it all transpire? Is now they go Dameon Pierce on the run for a good gain. He's tackled by Jeffrey Simmons, but it's our secondary. That's where we see people banged up at Uzue, Snead, and Diggs. But we spent a lot of money on veterans. Harold Landry, Jeffrey Simmons in the middle. How will that all work? Is they were just going to continue to run this ball. But 3rd and 4, we're bringing blitz. Trying to bring in Burgess off the edge here. We're going to take him up the middle. He's got to run at the quarterback here. We can't get the knockout. It's a good tackle, though. That's Baker coming in, Darrell Baker, and he is going to be starting on one side, Brownlee on the other, but it's back to the run game here. Joe Mixon, why not? They've gotten 5 yards a carry, but if we want to win any games in the back half of the season, a lot of it's going to come down to our ability to sack the quarterback, and that's where we're going to need Simmons to come up clutch. That's where we're going to need Arden Key to make plays like he makes one there on the edge, but it's going to be another 3rd and 4. Another chance. We're going to have to bring pressure, get on Laramie Tunsil. We're blitzing right at him here as they're going to let this play clock go. Pass across the middle. No to the outside, and it's open. It's Nico Collins. Brownlee, bad coverage, and it will be a Houston Texans touchdown. To start this game, to open it up, Nico Collins continuing his Offensive Player of the Year campaign. He's seen it this year. He's emerged last year. Finally, the injury bug didn't catch him, and he's been able to break out in year number 2 for him. But that's not the start we wanted of the Tennessee Titans franchise. Well, 2-8 to start, and maybe we can get back up to 3-8. But it's nice we're going to finally be able to see the offense. How good is the offense going to be? As we're going to return this one up the middle. Avery, good return. But Will Levis, 8 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and an offense with only 1 receiver over 500 yards past the midway point, past 10 games in, as Will Levis has been a decision-making nightmare. Hopefully, with us taking control of this team, maybe we can do better. But Tajay Spears haven't had success. Tony Pollard's been our number 1 running back. Tony Pollard on the run here, up the middle, looking for a hole. He's not going to find it. But a lot of it's going to be our ability to run this football in this back half of the year. But also pass. As we go out to Westbrook Nikines, he doesn't break through a tackle. So an early 3rd and 4 for us to convert. Jalen Petrie in coverage on board here, as we're going to throw this one up and over. Wiley can't hold on, and we're going to have to punt this football away. With these mods, things are going to be interesting. It's going to be even harder to play offense. It's going to be harder to play defense as well. As you've seen, broken coverages here. Is this punt going down? A good tackle from Lally. But on the second drive, we're going to go to bring pressure. Running after CJ Stroud, and a crosser's going to be open. Brownlee getting burnt in coverage again. This time, though, it's Stephon Diggs getting through. No, it's Robert Woods, actually. So Monty Hooker in his safety. Williams on the other side. They are going to go to the run, open this one up. We're able to bottle it up, but he breaks through 1 tackle. He's been impossible to bring down this season, as we've seen. But with our secondary banged up, we knew that that was going to be the issue. It's our ability to cover as our defense has struggled. Man in motion coming across now. We got to go man-to-man here with them. As they're going to hit this one up the seam. No, they're going to throw it to the outside. We are good coverage there with Baker. But now 3rd and 4. Have to make this stop here sitting across. They're going to throw this one to the big tight end. Schultz has got the catch. And so already they're looking to score again here. Quick and underneath. They're going to throw it. We almost make the tackle. Instead, Nico Collins got the catch. But on the interior, we talked about it a little bit. It's going to be Arden Key at the edge rusher spot. Can we get somebody to complement him on the other side? Harold Landry is good. The only problem with him is we're going to need to spend a lot of money to continue to keep him around. He's such a vital viable cut candidate for us. It's just how that's going to work is they're going to throw this one underneath to Tank Dell, who does break through a tackle almost. But they're actually going hurry up here, and they're going to try to run this one in, as it's going to be Joe Mixon hitting the hole, and it's a touchdown. His second one of the first quarter. And I wanted to talk about Harold Landry for a little bit, but it's not going to happen at all. Instead, the Texans are going to be up 14-0. And so early, things are looking scary in our first ever Titans game. This return goes nowhere. And while they're sitting at 153 yards of total offense, we're sitting at 7. And that's just going to be how this is going to operate here. As Tony Pollard hits the open field, he gets a really good run. But the end of the first quarter is already here, and we have had no answer so far. Only one drive to our name. The only problem is our first drive ended with a Wiley drop. And I wanted to talk about Josh Wiley here a little bit. He's one of those guys I really think could be good, paired up with a Okonkwo there in the middle in the tight end spots. And when it comes to the future of this team, it's just going to be getting about being and having playmakers on this team as Tony Pollard spins through for a first down. But Calvin Ridley, long term, could he be one of those playmakers for us? As much as I would love to do it, I don't know money-wise about how it's going to look. Is they're going to almost intercept this screen pass? Nobody decided to block there. So that does bring up 2nd and 15 now, as we're going to have to figure this one out. Throw it, but pressure is on us too quick. And so a 4 verticals concept has to come out here, as we're going to hit this one up this seam, and we get hit as we throw off the edge right away. Will Anderson, an absolute game wrecker. And look at him work against J.C. Latham here. This is going to be one of the biggest problems. Just one move, the double team can't set, and we're getting hit right away there. We may need to scramble a little bit more, get him out of the pocket. But if that's how that is going to go, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Nicholas Petit free on the other side. Here's Joe Mixon coming out, 7 carries, 49 yards, 7 yards per carry already in this game, and it's proving why this was a great choice. This is going to be a tough team to rebuild here today. CJ Stroud goes for another handoff here up the middle. Joe Mixon getting forward. But in regular Madden, that's one of the problems I had. I felt like it became too easy to stop the run at some points. We put the sliders all the way to 0 just so we could learn how to stop the run. But now we got Joe Mixon getting 65 yards on the day already, and I'm all about it. That's what I love, is they're going to continue to run it. Why not here? Back them up. But now Damian Pierce just check in. Baker in the middle. They're going to go counter play here as we get to scrape across. Arden Key with the play. Arden Key, and we talked about him enough, but he needs to be a key piece at least for the next 2 years while the rebuild really does commence. We need to rely on him to play well, because I don't know if Harold Landry's contract's going to stay on this roster for much longer, as they're going to throw this one underneath and it's completed. But another guy on the defense, and maybe James Williams. That's maybe somebody we may need to put on the team and get him reps, because out of Miami, having him come in, play more of a middle linebacker role for us, and that's where they drafted him to be. But he can play safety. He played safety at the University of Miami, and I may be switching him back to his college roster. Picked him up off the practice squad full time. He's going to be playing for us, I think, a lot more, especially with the injuries to Quandre Diggs and the rest of the team as they go screenplay here to the other side. And that's a great tackle, as that is Amani Hooker, and he's another guy. He needs to be a staple while this rebuild continues and starts. But it's 3rd and 11. We got him backed up here. We need to be able to play well. 4 verticals concept coming. They're going to drop this one off. We need to rally and tackle here on Dallas Schultz, and we don't. Then they pick it up on 3rd and 11, and that's just a painful thing. But the reason why I do like modern Madden with a guy like James Williams is we can go ahead and move him around all we want, as they're going to hit this across the middle. But we can play guys out of position as much as we want. So if we took a guy like Travis Hunter, he can play receiver, and he's going to be able to play corner, and we won't need to make 2 players, and we won't need to do any glitches. And so that does make me very, very excited about the future of this all. But it's going to be Murray now in the middle. So they're not going to give it. They are going to give it up the middle. Good job in the middle there with the stop. Sweat is going to be an interesting guy. Sweat, being the overall that he is, could play on our team long term. But at the 2-minute warning, they're looking to score. And we have to be smart about it here. CJ Stroud now going to run. Diving can't bring him down. He slides inside the 9. But we're looking at it here. Continue to go man-to-man. Look, whip route coming inside. They're going to go to the outside. Almost intercepted from Baker. Great coverage there from him. Earning time here. When our corners actually come back, Owuze and Snead, it's really going to be who's going to get the slot corner job. I think James Williams is going to be the man out here as they're going to roll. Throw it again to the corner this time. It's knocked out again. A similar play. What a good job there. That's exactly what we needed from Baker, as now he does move into the slot full time. As we're going to sit on this. Look, as it will be thrown. It's going to be CJ Stroud throwing it out of bounds. And I would say our defense did enough there to make a stop. Not our first ever stop at forcing a punt, but it's our first stop forcing a field goal in modded Madden. But with a minute left on the clock, can we do something here? Jackson on the return. We're going to try to hit it up the middle. What a hit. But time of possession in this game has just not been in our favor. But we're going to have to go quick. We know the pressure that they're going to go ahead and bring here out to the outside. We got the big fella. Okonkwo with the catch early, burning a timeout. And so it feels good to get things in motion. Feels good to get things rolling here. sitting underneath. We're going to go dump it off. Westbrook Nakine, he's going to go ahead and almost stay up here, but we have to burn another timeout. We have to start going to the sideline. And in this, I'm going to look for Ridley. Ridley is our playmaker here. If he can get the outside quick, but no, he gets rubbed off his route. As we're going to mix it up here, go a little RPO action. Can we get Westbrook Nakine this first down and out of bounds? A good design, but I like a Quanquo here on this corner, but if they go cover 3, it's going to be tough. We're going to have to step up here with Will Levis. Scramble. Can we set our feet and throw it over our heads? It will be a great catch from Boyd, and we're going to burn our last time out. Good job there on the escape. It's still tough to make a throw on the move, especially because Modern Madden looks at the ratings differently, but they go press coverage across the board. No, they actually don't go press coverage. As I see it sitting across, Westbrook Nakine. He's got himself a touchdown. 21 seconds left. What a drive. Haven't been able to really put together much this entire day so far, but having that hit across the middle, what a bullet fired in there, and he's able to get the first touchdown of Titans franchise for us. With 18 seconds left, I don't know what they're going to do. If they go ahead and run it, we're going to look at the second half here. They do go to the run, but this one's going to open up the middle for Joe Mixon just a little bit. And so with 6 seconds left, they're going to hit one more snap at the rush into the line here. 3, 2, no, we go to halftime. No, they go to the pass. And Nico Collins is up deep. No, they throw it across as we do stop it. Force it into the tunnel. CJ Shroud, 163 and a touchdown through the air. Joe Mixon, 66 on the ground. 17-7 ball game. But we've learned so far, it is going to be tough to make a stop. But in the second half, we start with the football. And you can't ask for anything better than that, as it will be Jackson on the return going down the field here. We're going to hit this lane. Jackson's got a lot of room to run. He's up to the 40, but we're going to go back to the air. It worked for us on that final drive. We're going to go quick out to Vanette here. The big tight end is at the fullback spot. But the one thing I am worried about is how extreme injuries are going to be. We haven't had any big happen just yet here as we get swallowed up on this read option. But it's 3rd and 4 here. We have to be able to pick this one up as we're going to be looking across. No pressure on us. Held the ball for too long as it's 4th and 4. And so we do have to go ahead and punt this one away. And with the backspin, this would be a great punt. We'll see if the backspin takes into effect. And it does. Really good play. But in that first half, Joe Mixon, well, the way he played, they're probably going to go right back to him, especially now here backed up. Have to go after him, and they will go after him to the run here. We fill it up. But what a spin move from Joe Mixon as he gets a big carry. That's tough. Really, really not what we wanted there. When we finally get him backed up, they go ahead and go for a big run. And running this play clock down here again, man in motion. They're going to go to the air, sitting out to Mixon one more time, continuing to get him in space. But Burgess there. Really good job from him as they're looking underneath. We're going to roll with it. They're going to throw this to the outside out of bounds. And what's the flag for? Personal foul. As they're going to call that penalty on us. They said he was already out of bounds when we hit him. Unnecessary roughness, as that's such a bad call. There's no way that should have been called there to give them a free set of downs, move them all the way up to the 40-yard line. As now they go run, and we fill with Burgess. Finally a TFL. We're going to mix it up here. Go blitz as they go run again up the middle. He's got a big lane. He's going to get 8. But now 3rd and 2. They're going to go ahead and bring man in motion. They are going to go to the run. It's tough up the middle. James Williams. I'm telling you right now, this guy will make plays for us. Is he in my long-term plans? Not yet. Do I have faith that he can play well for us? Maybe a hidden gem on this Tennessee Titans roster for us. But just as I get excited for it, they're going for this here. 4th and 2, sitting. They're going to go to the air, quick to the underneath as they're going to look outside, and it's going to be completed. We had to sit on the stop route, and so they pick up the first down. Now back to the run. Sweat, we're not even like to play. It's going to be Joe Mixon fumbling and bumbling his way through, and in no way in this game have we been able to stop any sort of these looks. They're going to go run again here up the middle. Breaking through, finally a good tackle. But we know now, our defense across the board is not where we need it to be. When we're using some of these guys in coverage, it's not good. When we're having guys rush, we're not getting pressure on the quarterback. Blitzing also not working, as they're going to go ahead and try to pass this here quick across the middle. They're going to look. No, deep shot, cover 2, open, out of bounds. Thank goodness. And so that makes it cover 3. Spot concept not going to hit. Pressure coming. Finally, we get to the quarterback here, but he throws it out of bounds to save a field goal maybe from happening. But that's what we need. Joseph Day getting in there. Sebastian Joseph Day, he is another guy where as long as we can get somebody to replace him, we need him to play well. Jeffrey Simmons, we are coming in for the block. Almost go ahead and get that one here, but the kick is going to fall its way through. 7-20 on the game. Avery, like him coming off the edge there. But Jackson's on the return again after a good return last time. Can we do more of the same here? No, absolutely not. But how have we done so far in this game? With Will Levis, are we going to ride with him in the future? But I would love to test it right here. How about a deep shot coming through as we're going to go ahead and throw it up. There's a penalty out on the field as this one's intercepted. Oh no. Is it going to be a situation where there's a holding call on an edge rusher? It will be a holding call on us, so we aren't going to get the free play. JC Latham getting called on Will Anderson, and so it's our first turnover on a jump ball to Calvin Ridley. Noted. It's going to be tough to throw jump balls now. They're going to go run play to the outside, turn it back in. It's not going to get anywhere with Simmons in the middle. An absolute killer as they're going to go ahead and run it still again out to the outside. It's going to be Baker having all of the running room that he could ever want. And so can we stuff him here on 3rd and inches? Force a punt as they're going to go ahead and go for it. And we do get this stop. And so we'll force a punt. And that's one of the first punts that we have forced, if not the first punt. And we're going to return this here with Tony Pollard as this one punt was high. So we're going to take it to the outside. No running room here starting on the 8-yard line. Probably should have let it go then. But we do know the mistakes that we made last time. Deep balls are going to be hard to come by in this game as we are going to go screenplay out to the outside is Tyler Boyd breaking through one, and we're going to go ahead and take off with it down the field. You see the guy dragging across. We have the option to throw, but we're not risking it in that essence. That was just a great play from Boyd there as the 4th quarter is ringing right now as it's going to be underneath. We're going to hit it to Boyd again up the field, and we are going to get 10 yards, but time of possession is just not been in our favor. As we're going to go to Boyd again here, trying to get back into this game, but it's a fumble. Boyd coughs it up. Petrie on the return here, and we enter into the 4th quarter down now 20 points. Jalen Petrie able to scoop it up on that massive hit from the Houston linebacker. I think that was Christian Harris. But looking at it here, it was Christian Harris. What a hit as Lassier held it up, and they're going for 2 to make it a 21-point game. 3 touchdowns separating. It will be Joe Mixon on the carry up the middle. How will it look? We end up not stopping him. He ends up filling it through as Jackson on the return again. This is how it rolls here. Jackson need a good return, and we need to put things together. I say, other than the deep ball, Will Levis not doing that bad. And down by 21, we're going to need to throw the football to get back into this game. So all chances of truly running are out of the window. As a Quanquo, good catch for the big fella. But one thing I would love is just a deep shot to open up here. As we're going to go ahead, throw it up and over the top as it will not be caught. Boyd, I thought we fit that in very nicely. As it will be maybe a pass underneath. We can look at this one as we're going to throw him into trouble here. Tony Pollard couldn't get it, but it's going to be 3rd and 10. Sitting underneath, we need to make at least 4th down manageable. We're going to have to go for it anyway, but it's stick concept to stick concept as this is really it here. Man covered as we're going to have to scramble up with this one. Will Levis is going to run away. He's just going to slide down. Some of the backups here do come in. No high safety help here. They bring blitz. We got to hit this across to Quanquo, but he can't hold on. And so in our first game, what have we learned? Things are tough. It's going to be tough to throw the deep ball. It's going to be tough to really get this offense moving here. Is this a bad pass? But we have potential in terms of our playmakers. We definitely have potential. As we're going to hit this one up and over the top, dropping it in Ridley, but we just missed the pass. And I love how we're not in field goal range here. We're going with coach suggestions. And so we have to punt this one out of bounds, at least try to pin them, and that's just not going to work. Punting and kicking and everything is all different. It's tough, but I expect them to try to run out this clock a little bit here. Joe Mixon on the run. We have to come down, really fill hard. Running backside runs would be dangerous here, so they go counter. He stops hard. We just want this ball back at least one more time. Get our offense back on the field. Kenneth Murray at linebacker there with Jerome Baker. Band in motion as they will go ahead and run it. As they're going to get this one. No great tackle. Jerome Baker barely filling, but Tony Pollard on the return. Can he set us up in good enough field position here? No, it's not going to be a case. But in this type of drive, I want to see how we're going to do with Ridley here out to the outside. One-on-one. He's not going to win, but we do need to pass this ball heavily here. As we're going to hit this on the wheel route. Backside. Tyler Boyd can't hold on. And so it's 3rd and 7. Sitting on it. Looking, scrambling, stepping up. Will Levis trying to truck his way through. He's got this 1st down, but across the middle. No, we're going to try to throw this one deep to a Quanquo as it's hit, tipped, and down. Now Joshua Kelly checks in at running back. And so we'll be underneath. We're going to hit this quick to Jackson, who can't even hold on. I like him at returner, but we need you to make plays there. And so it's 3rd and 10. Underneath, have to lead it right. Great catch, but it's 4th and 2. Pressure on, hit it quick. It's going to be Ridley with the catch here out to the outside. Good juke move getting out of bounds. And so 4 verticals sitting in a good look. We're going to try to throw this one deep. Backside here, intercepted, and that is going to be the game. So we've learned a lot, and we've learned a little. Eric Murray coming down with it. We took our first look at the team and figured a simple fact, and this is why we picked this team. There's going to be a lot of work ahead. We have a lot of moves to make and some fun draft picks to look forward to. But in learning if Will Levis will get year number 2, the answer to that is I'm not sure quite yet. And so we head back to the modded menu for the following week, week number 14, where we play the Commanders. And before we look at anything, we are not favorites in this game. In fact, 9.5 points is the spread in this one. So if you want to place your bets, it's going to be a tough one against us here. But the injury report is going to be leaking. And look at that for the Miami Dolphins. Tua back to the injury report. The Giants suffering badly. The Packers actually doing pretty good while we're sitting down here stacked up in our own right. But we do get some guys back. Our secondary does get a little bit healthier here. If we head over to the depth chart, looking at the defensive side, Uze and McCreary, both of them back as Darrell Baker there. And so that'll help us out just a little bit as the stats over Will Levis. We threw 38 different times in that game. When he throws that much, we're not going to win. That is a simple fact there. We're the 30th best passing team, 29th best rushing, and we need to rush the ball a lot better. And Tony Pollard has not been the answer. He's not been the answer for them this year. He has struggled for us. But the nice thing is this is how the standings all work out. And I say nice thing because we're sitting at 2-9. High draft pick. And if Will Levis can show that he can do a little bit for us, mature more as a quarterback, that we can go out and get him some weapons, have some fun, build up our team the way we want. One thing we are going to do before this week does kick off is add some people to the roster. And I think Cavante Turpin's going to be a good one. Adding him in as a returner will be huge. But I also want to add in Fehiko as an edge rusher as well. I'm going to move him back to the position where he's going to be behind Arden Key for now and Harold Landry because we need to build in depth there. But because of that signing, Trey Avery will be removed from the roster. Trey Avery right now, actually, we're going to move him down to the practice squad. And I do like the way our practice squad is built out. We're going to pay a lot more attention to this as it all will continue. Like Jaquan Shepard, rookie out of Maryland, undrafted guy. He's just not fast enough to play in the NFL. But playing the Commanders this week, Jonathan Allen's hurt. Dante Fowler got injured. So we are in a much better light than what could be happening as Daniels has really turned himself into the rookie of the year, at least leading the way in that essence as the team is 8-4. Their depth chart looking so unbelievably good. Scary Terry, but I'm worried about this down here. These number 2 and 3 receivers, I think they have the potential to really put a beat down on us and also running this football. But defensively, going after the secondary, everybody outside of Marshawn Lattimore, who's now in, that's basically going to be our goal. That's how we're going to have to do it. And hopefully it can all work out here. And in their home crowd today, it's going to be interesting. As Jerome Baker leading our defense, we know how good he is, but we need our offensive line to hold up. We need the ability to run the football, establish ground early. Time of possession was not our friend last week, but today we are starting with the football as they're going to kick this one off. It's going to be Tajay Spears on the return. Jackson back there. We're going to see Cavante Turpin after that, but it's going to be Spears not getting anywhere. I'm excited more today as Will Levis comes back out. We're going to see more of a 2 running back set here, tweaking how everything is all going to work. But 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. But Tony Pollard on the run to start it off, as that's not going to work. As a good cutback's going to open it up, though. And Tony Pollard being able to run the football is and will be amazing. But now it's 2nd and 4. Pass play here, as we're going to hit this one up the seam, at least try to do a Quonkwo, but it just doesn't work. 4 verticals just won't be our friend, as we're going to try to run this one here up the middle. And we are not going to get it. No, we do on 1st and 10. So I'm all for that. But Calvin Ridley, we have to get him involved early. Will we be able to? This is going to be thrown back now, but we get hit as we throw. And so back to the run we go. Tony Pollard again. We almost have more rushes than we did all last week here, looking for a hole, but we're swallowed up. Payne in the middle as well as the big fella making it happen. And so it's 3rd and 10. Tajay Spears in. We're going to snap it, not look to run, but we will have a good completion to Westbrook Nakine, and I wanted to go down. And so we're moving early in this game. It feels good to get the offense rolling. Big plays are not going to be our hitters. It's going to be the smart plays here as we go out to Ridley, and the smart play bottled up by Bobby Wagner. And so back to the run with Pollard on a very long one here. We're going to open up this hole, and he's going to get now making it a 3rd and 6. And so this drive working good so far. Can we continue it up and underneath? Ridley with his first catch. No, can't hold on to it on this 3rd down. And so we have to punt it. Stonehouse, this one is going to be up and levied really, really well. If we can get underneath of it, Hardy trying to push it back as it does get bounced back and it's recovered and it's a touchdown. Oh my goodness, if that's how we start this game. Brownlee in for the score. Jarvis Brownlee getting in to the end zone here. If you can't get it done on the offense, get a special teams touchdown as it kicks off the blocker there and it works out in our favor. But Jaden Daniels now coming out for the Commanders. The question is, can the defense play well? We have people back in our secondary. Are they going to throw it better as they will go run to Brian Robinson and we missed the tackle. Brian Robinson out to the open field, breaking away from everybody's up to the 50. What a big run there. Good tackle from James Williams. Have to track all the way down. They're going to go back to the pass here. Slant route backside, and then we're not sitting in this window as it will be Noah Brown. And so not a great start for this explosive offense. Our defense not doing great as they go now play action. Baker coming through. We deliver a shot onto Daniels, but now man in motion. 4 seconds left on the clock. They're going to try to cut this one back, and we do not hold him short, as it will be more runs plays here. Looking to the outside. Arden Key not coming up, so Brownlee may have a touchdown. Now he's going to have to get into coverage on Austin Eckler here, who gets the carry. One-on-one tackle. Brownlee could be a nice piece to our future. Definitely young. Definitely inexperienced. A good corner number 4 for right now. Could potentially be a corner number 3. Roger McCreary's a big question mark there. Is going to look to throw this backside slant, caught touchdown, as it's Scary Terry tying up this football game. And so that means we have to regain as the kick. It comes in. Jackson on the return getting swallowed. And I want to take a deep shot. They want to press, play their safeties down in the box. I want to throw deep here as we're going to have to scramble, just dumping this ball off. No, the pressure was on us. And so we have to audible now. Go to the play action. We need the nice and easy things to open up as we're going to fit this one in the window. It's Westbrook Nakine making another good play. And so I'm happy about him. He's come in the first 2 games, played very, very well as we're going to leak this one out. Tony Pollard spin move is going to work. That spin move is elite. But we're going to try to go back to this screen one more time to Calvin Ridley. Have to get the ball out quicker to him, as it's just going to be how it works. We guys got to go quick out to the outside, get him speed to the outside. He's rattled up very easily. It's now to a 3rd and 10. And so this is a big one here, a big decision on this play. We're scrambling, pressure on us right away, have to get it out, and we are not going to get it. I know I could talk about what happened last time. It's probably not going to happen again this time. But punting, we've done a really good job here. Punting's completely different. But the backspin on this ball is nice. Now we down him inside the 6. Talk about special teams. And that's the only reason this game's tied, is the first quarter is officially over. Let's open it up. It's going to be a cover 3. Jaden Daniels worried about him running the football most definitely here, but they're going to go to the pass. Send to the outside in the window. We almost intercept it, but now they go direct snap here to Brian Robinson up the middle. Brian Robinson finding a little bit of a hole up the field to make it 3rd and 4, but I think they're going to go the air here. Drop. We got to watch underneath. They're going to throw it in the window. It's caught by Zacchaeus out there. No, that's actually going to be Crowder. And so things for this Commanders team will continue. Baker to the outside. We're going to force a cut up the middle. Simmons getting off the block there, but we're going to mix it up a little bit. Brownlee in the slot. We're going to bring a blitz as we're going to get after it here. They run right into the blitz, pick it up perfectly, and that's a big carry. Brian Robinson 5 for 51. Again, we're stuck with an inability to stop running backs here today, as I would just expect them to keep going at it. No, they go to the air. Dropping. Daniels scrambling. Daniels getting shot there from the 2nd and 7 look now coming out. But I love this matchup here. This is why I love mods. This is going to be 2nd and 7. Man coming all the way across. Now going back. 2nd and 7. It's pass. So throw to the outside. It's going to be caught very easily. And that was Awuzie getting burned out there. Welcome back, Awuzie. Just not finding his success. Man in motion here one more time. Hooker in at safety. Welcome back to him as they're going to run up the middle end. We bottle it. I just wish we could make a big play here, but it's just not going to happen. And we can barely bring back Brian Robinson. The ball's actually fumbled and somehow we're on it. Oh my goodness. And of course, it's Brownlee falling on it here. Are you kidding me? No way. This is probably going to go to review more than likely, as it will go to a booth review. But if Jason Brownlee could have fallen on it, that would have been great, as it will be the Commanders getting the ball back. And so 3rd and 7. Can we get them to punt? They know it's a pass. Cover 3 underneath. We're rolling with it here. They're going to dump this one off nice and easily to Scary Terry, who's going to break 1 tackle, then go down. And so it's unfortunate. Obviously, their drive is going to continue. A lot of time getting taken up in this game as they're going to go underneath, tipping off the helmet of the offensive guard there. Sweat playing a role in it as well. But in this jumbo-heavy look, now 14 basically personnel. Are they going to go quarterback run? Or they're going to go run up the middle counter play, and we swallow it up. But we're going to go man coverage on this 3rd and 11. We are going to bring blitz here with Baker up the middle. Try to get pressure on this quarterback here. Out to the outside. It's going to be completed. Williams in coverage. The linebacker safety prototype out there. Just not able to get it done. And so now they're looking to set up a score. It's a run here again. And we're making the play here on Brian Robinson. But this 3-3-5 look that we keep showing teams so far has been tough, as they do go ahead and jump quick as they're going to pass this one here. Sitting on it. Brownlee, we're using them. They throw it underneath to the big tight end. It's Zach Ertz trying to push forward to the end zone. We hold him short. And so it's 3rd and 2. If they try to run it, we have to fill. Simple as that. They're going to go, and they are going to run it. And we fill with Baker perfectly. Good job from our defense to rally. And now they have the potential, and we have the potential to change the course of this game as they go pass. Sitting underneath, out to the end zone. It's knocked down on the outside. Great coverage. And Roger McCreary is the one who makes the play. So Will Levis coming out. We just need to get this ball forward. We're going to run it and try to maybe to take it to half. We just have to be smart. It's just backed up. There's no chance we're going on a very, very, very long drive. As we're going to try to run this one here. Again, up the middle, looking for the first down. 3rd and 1. But the Commanders aren't burning a timeout. So we're going to run one last play. And this is going to be all she wrote, is we're going to take this
into the tunnel here with Tajay Spears on the run, looking up the middle. Tajay Spears, welcome back to the rotation after the head injury here. 7-7's your score. We're doing a good job slowing down one of the hottest offenses in the NFL. But here in the second half, they started with a great return. So it's going to be great field position, and that's mistakes that you just cannot make here as we're rolling with it down. Great hit on the quarterback. That's Arden Key making the play there, where we are blitzing off the other side as they're going to go pass. We're going to roll across here. They are going to throw this one nice and easy underneath. Hooker way to cover, and that does bring it to 3rd and 6. A massive play early in this second half. We just need to rally, and tackles thrown underneath. Arden Key drops right into it again. Good job from Arden Key, so he gets the quarterback hit on 1st down, the play on 3rd down, and we're going to force the punt here. Our defense is just making plays, and this is crazy. If we can make plays, we can win games. As with Tony Pollard, we're going to let this one bounce into the end zone, hopefully, as it will. But 1st and 10, offensively in the first half, we haven't done much here, so we're going to try this one. Deep to Okonkwo as he does not make the catch up the seam, but that's fine. If we don't make the big plays like that, it's going to be okay, as we're going to hit this crosser nice and easy to Tyler Boyd. But this is a big 3rd down that we need to get off the field with. We're going to be sitting across, just trying to get the ball out. The pressure off of Nicholas Petit for his side, not enough. And so it will be a Stonehouse punt one more time. He's got an absolute leg on him. He's one of the guys I do want to consider bringing back this season. And in our quest to answer the question, will Will Levis be the answer? It'll be interesting to see. As across the middle, we're going to roll with it. No, underneath, ball knocked out. But this is a shortened episode because of Thanksgiving. So I appreciate you guys hanging with me. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here as we're rolling. Now a sack coming in. We finally get to the quarterback. Landry in for the sack. His second one. Back-to-back games now. He's getting a sack on the quarterback as Jaden Daniels slow to get up. And so that backs us up 7 is the score. 3rd and 19. We know they're going to be looking deep here. We just got to be smart about it. Daniels is going to throw this one down. It's a fumble. He tries dumping it off to Zach Ertz. It's a backwards pass, maybe. Are you kidding me? A bad mistake from the rookie. That's a Will Levis-esque play here. Are you kidding me? As we're going to be setting up great field position here. Quick to the outside. We're going to go to Tony Pollard to the outside. Looking end zone here. Tony Pollard getting in 14-7 now. One play touchdown as we are able to get him for the score. A great play there to take advantage of the mistakes. Points off turnovers is one of the biggest stats there is. But as we do make a kicking mistake here, Brian Robinson comes back out to lead this Commanders offense. Started 5 for 51, now 10 of 56. But we're going to bring blitz, continue to put pressure on Jaden Daniels here as we're going to get pressure on him very quick, and it's a bad throw. That's what pressure does here in modded Madden, but it all matters on how you dial it up. Brownlee in this slot here again. We're going to be looking to make the plays. They're going to throw it up to the seam, and it's caught. And so a little bit of a bad look there as Eckler and Brian Robinson, both of them come in as they go outside. We turn them back in. Kenneth Murray could tackle, and Kenneth Murray continues to play well after coming over. But another jumbo package look for them as they're going to run this one up the middle. It's not going to go anywhere, and that just leaves this explosive offense here to a 3rd and 10 again, a 3rd and long. And if you can consistently do that to teams, that's how you're going to win games here. Is this one out to the outside? Austin Eckler have to rally and tackle, and we do. And so we're going to force him to punt this football away one more time. A 2-9 team right now leading the 8-4 Washington Commanders at the end of the season when they're fighting for playoffs life. But we're going to try to get this offense rolling with running the football here. We got blessed with situations here in our 2 touchdowns as Tony Pollard coughs it up on the run. And it's going to be our mistake now that's going to give the ball with great field position to the Washington Commanders, punched out here. And so our defense now is going to have to step up as it's going to be a flag first. And so now 1st and 15. Will they go to the air? They keep going to this jumbo formation. Not a fan of it. It's been a big run formation for them. They go counter out of it, and we're able to rally. We're going to keep this blitz look up across the board. 5 different guys coming as we blitz perfectly into this run, and the 2 runs in a row does not work for this Commanders team. And Sebastian Joseph Day continues to be a bright spot for us in this run game. Simmons off the edge. We're going to drop people now as they're going to go 4 verticals, and they're going to throw this one back of the end zone here out of bounds, and that's going to leave a very long field goal. Brownlee coming off the edge, and this kick will be up. And it looks like maybe hooking as it's off the upright. And so it's going to be a kicking mistake here for this Commanders team. Seibert not able to put it in. And so we get lucky. And so we're going to go to the quick game here. Quick game to the outside as we're going to throw this one to the sideline, a bad ball. And so split inside zone instead. We're going to have Verrett to lead the way for us running as we're going to hit this whole backside, and we're still going to lead on Tony Pollard enough as he does get the first down. I just like his ability to run the football. I think the fumbles are going to be far few and in between. It was just one mistake as now Tajay Spears has got it. He's going to get forward for 4, but 5 on 6 in the box. This is where it's probably good to pass the football because that's going to be what's going to be left up. A free Bobby Wagner to roll around. And so 3rd and 5, quick hot read here on Okonkwo as we're going to hit this underneath, good catch, but punching in a score will be huge as we showed bad test here as it's intercepted. I saw the corner cheat over, and I thought that meant, oh, it was bad coverage. They're going to take a shot. I misread the coverage look as it's Marshawn Lattimore getting the interception. And so it was a true cover 3 or cover 2 invert. I apologize. That did just completely expose us. Not what I expected to happen as they go play action, sitting out the outside. McCreary not able to hit the tackle at first. Fourth quarter, he's going to be here. They're not going to get this snap off. And so just the fact that we can hold this Commanders team to 7 points entering the fourth quarter is huge. As they go run here with Eckler now. We get with Baker, 3rd and 4. But you see points allowed here. We're dead last in the NFL today. Only 7. Like exactly what I'm talking about. But it's 3rd and 4, and we need to make this stop here. Sitting across. They're going to dump this one off to Robinson. We do tackle him down. But it's another first down for this Commanders team. With a 5-man blitz, they're going to bring a man in motion. And they're going to go underneath to Brian Robinson again. Sweat. What are we doing getting off the block there? Sweat completely turning his back. James Williams has to come up, but we're going to continue to bring 5 guys. That's the only thing we can do here against this jumbo set look. Just play gap integrity, man in motion again. It's either going to be that counter or it's going to be that power. As they actually go pass out of it. They've set that up like 3 separate times there, schemed it up perfectly, and now they stay in it. Now I don't know if they're going to pass out of it. Man in motion every single time in this formation. As here, they're going to go run. Up the middle, we bottle that up. Who's the tackle there? As that's actually going to be Lynch coming in the backup. The fact that auto subs now works on the defensive line is cool. We can get good rotations when guys get tired on long drives. So we may see, and that puts more important in this rebuild, on the amount of depth from our guys. Our rushing defense today only allowing 60 yards, and that's big in this second half after the first 2 drives. But 3rd and 12, can we get ourselves off the field? Can we force a field goal? Can we tackle them short? We're looking for anything crossing as they're going to take a shot, dime it up, and it is going to be a 1st and 10. But they say there's nothing to challenge. So I'm really disappointed about that one. I thought he was completely out of bounds. James Williams from the safety spot coming down. We're going to put pressure on. Man in motion. They're not going to give him the ball. Instead, they're going to go to Brian Robinson. We do a little hit. But again, they're in this position. We're going to pinch everybody down into the box a little bit here. As they're going to go ahead, go counter play. We have to go tackle, chasing all the way down. And so again, 3rd and 9 here. Brownlee in the slot. They're going to go pass play. Sitting across the middle. Good job getting in. And that is going to be Harold Landry again here. So maybe my mind can be changed. This is the answer to this episode, is figuring out exactly who we are and what players that we're going to keep heading into this offseason and what direction we're going to take this team. Is the quarterback the answer? Maybe yes, maybe no. The only time we've thrown interceptions is on deep balls, but Seibert putting in this kick as we're going to still have a lead in this game. Is Tony Pollard the answer at running back? So far, fumbled, not really running the ball that great. Maybe the answer is no. And so far, it has just been a back and forth look here for how this is all going to develop. But to be honest with you, we only have 105 yards in this game. We need to run this football here. As wow, swallowed up. But we got to go to the air now as they bring blitz here. We're sitting, scrambling, looking. Is we're going to try just to get this ball out. Wanted to try to just check it down. We were completely bottled up. There was absolutely no chance for us to make it happen. Now to the screenplay here. Just the outside. It's going to be a penalty on us. Maybe. We'll see what the penalty actually does get called as. Could be a roughing the passer. That would be a game changer here. Personal foul. Roughing the passer, and it is. So that's going to give us a free first down. Deron Payne getting called with it. And so that's absolutely huge. That's going to keep us alive here in this game. As we're going to hit this one coming underneath. A bad bull in and they pick it off. Oh no. They are so much better than I thought at protecting against a play like that, as now we're going to give them the ball here. 13-10. Jeremy Reeves with the pick. And so they're going to go ahead to the air. James up the middle. We're going to have to get a Woozy off this to make this tackle. We're push him out. But our team just not doing that well right now, as they're going to go up the seam and it's going to be open. Brownlee getting burned by Scary Terry down to the 1 yard line. But if I was them, I'd go run here. Just absolutely no shots. Maybe we can get the stop and we just bounce off of him. Austin Eckler in for the touchdown. We got to get things rolling here. Should have just ran out the clock. Most definitely. Try to get jiggy. Try to get scary with it. Try to do something different. And we paid the price. And so here we go. Now I'm playing from behind in this game. We have to get it rolling. Spears, we're on the return here. Can the running back make up plays? We're going to look for a hole. But 2 interceptions in this game now for us. But Boyd over top is going to be a big target for us in this situation. We're going to actually go underneath real quick to Calvin Ridley. But it will now be a run if we can get this ball out. Maybe, but no, we get completely swallowed up. There was nowhere to go. But the 2-minute warning is going to be here. We need to punch in a score. Down 4 points. But if they keep going one-on-one with a Quanko here, he's going to be a hot route in this look. As we're going to hit this one underneath. Great catch. But we go to the hurry up here. Sitting, looking, scrambling out to the outside. We have to throw this ball away, but we just have no ability to test a deep shot in this game at all. As maybe to the outside, though, we can get it to Ridley. What a catch. And we're going to go right back to the same exact play here, as it's going to be open again here on the sideline. And why haven't we been able to do this all game long? This is crazy here, as we're going to be sitting, trying to go for it, almost picked. But in this cover, too, Maybe across the middle here, as we're going to try to go to it in the zone, and no, it's picked off here late. A bad interception. Jeremy Chin. It was covered too. You split the middle. Thought maybe we could lob it up and over the top. Not going to happen here. We're figuring out Madden, figuring out how it's going to work for us, but we need to make a stop. It's as simple as that here. Man in motion coming across. We're going to burn all of our timeouts as quickly as possible. Hooker coming down here. Brian Robinson's got a big lane going and making it second and 3. But now they're going to go up the middle here. It's going to be Brian Robinson again, not getting anywhere. And so this is a big 3rd and 2. They have to go to Eckler, right? No, they go to the air. And it's a screenplay, and it just goes down, and we don't have to burn a timeout. And so it will be a punt. And we have to return it here. We're not done just yet. Tony Pollard on the catch as we're going to cut this one. No, not getting anywhere. Starting at the 37. And so here we go. Pressure on as we're going to go to the outside. Take care of Lattimore. What a ball as he's not going to hold on. As it will be 2nd and 10 here. As we're going to hit this one across in the window. Ridley, this is where we can burn our first time out. But again, cover 2. They're going to rotate it here. As we just have to get this ball out. They make a man-to-man coverage here. This could maybe be interesting as it's going to be out to the sideline here as it's intercepted. Almost going out of bounds. And that's game. It's tough. It's going to be very tough to play. This is the hardest settings I've ever played on by far here. Sliders all the way down, plus modern Madden. This is going to be very, very tough as we move on now to the next week. But this is how this game all finished up. When looking at it right now, our offense is just not producing. Like 14 of 31 is rough. Running the ball is rough. And when it comes to figuring out what this team's going to look like, it's not looking good. That's the simple fact of the matter. But we are dropping in the rankings in terms of where we draft. We're rising almost to that number 1 pick. If we try to get there, then that'd be awesome. But then again, I still want to win some football games. I still want to do some good here. I still want to try our very best. As the New York Giants grab their 2nd win, the Dallas Cowboys are last in the NFC. And so it's us and the Jets sitting at 2 and 10. It's crazy to see the Jets continuing to lose games. Rodgers just not getting it done. And Quentin Williams out for the season there. Same with Jermaine Johnson. So they're struggling. But in terms of passing yards, we're not now dead last. There's a team that's worse than us. We just need to put things together. We need to get this offense rolling. 15.7 points per game. Not what we want to see. But on the offensive line for this week, we are going to mix some things up. Nicholas Petit-Free is not going to be there. Instead, Dylan Ramondes is going to be on the outside. And at that guard spot, we are going to be moving Bruss in on the interior. I think just the help over there is going to be exactly what we do need, as these are the stats. 14 touchdowns, 18 picks. But one of the biggest things in modded Madden is the fact that morale changes overall a lot more than you could ever imagine here. It's going to be Will Levis playing more like a 67, even though he's a 71 overall. But this week, we are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, our rivals, and it's basically a battle for the last seed as Gabe Davis, MCL tear, DeVar Hanlon, ACL tear. They are pretty banged up. Trevor Lawrence is just not the answer there. But Brian Thomas Jr. has developed very, very well to an 81 overall for this team. On the defensive side, though, Chad Muma playing left outside linebacker, we may be able to take advantage of a little bit. On the interior, Mason Smith in the middle. That's another guy we can kind of go after, but they're not the best team in the world. Is maybe we could take them down here today. And so it's battle of the bad with Jerome Baker still as the captain of this defense, but battle of and for the first seed is what it could be. Both of us in the market here for a playmaker and a corner. So it'll be interesting to see. But Trevor Lawrence is back from injury. Mac Jones took his time. This will be a return here up the middle. Washington's got it. Washington going down quickly. But Trevor Lawrence coming out for this team. ETN, I wish we could get the stats all correct. We know ETN's real season that he's had so far, but he's been a borderline bust for them. ETN, as of recently, just not having the success that he does need, as he's going to break this one to the outside, though, tough and quick. We're going to bring as much pressure on Trevor Lawrence today as possible. So we go zone. They go run here with Williams. We wrap up. And defensively, we're already making the mark here. Getting pressures, they go ahead and jump. So it's going to be brought back. And so we're going to go cover 3 on an early 3rd and 12. Drop everybody and just try to cover. Maybe stick concept here. No, 4 verticals concept coming out with a settle. I mean, we're going to roll out here. Trevor Lawrence looking to take off here. We just have to chase him down. He slides. And so it will be an early punt here for the Jags. And so a return here from Pollard. He's going to catch this man in his face right away. Can't break through. So we're going to start at the 21. 4 interceptions last game for Will Levis. This is going to be the day. Maybe we rebound. Maybe we start. Maybe we figure out he's the answer or not. But the Mayo man sitting at 10 touchdowns, 14 picks. Hopefully we can get it rolling. Tajay Spears starting today at the running back spot. We're going to go to the run. And it's going to be opened up. Not much as Hines finishes us off there. But now to the underneath. Little short concept here. As we're going to go out to Okonkwo, who's going to have enough to pick up the first down and truck forward. What a shot from Aluakon, though, as he's going to be a big factor for this Jags defense today. But now Pollard does check in. And if we can put together a good drive, that'll be nice. Out to the outside, Pollard nowhere. And so back to the air we go. Play action, though, as we're going to roll out with this one. Look, and we're just going to dump. Take the safe option here. Tony Pollard can't hit the truck. And so a big third down for us. We're not going to jump on it, though. Instead, we're going to throw this one underneath as it will be caught by Calvin Ridley. Andrew Wingard, no match out there. Now, I think this is another mismatch here if they go man. No, they don't. We're going to hit this one underneath, and it's jumped. And that is Aluakon. Oh, a bad interception there. I wanted Okonkwo to box him out, but we were getting hit, and we were ready to throw. Man right in our face, and that's a bad interception to start this game, as this is the hardest franchise that I have ever played. Oh my goodness, trying not to lose my cool as they're going to now go to the run. Up the middle, ETN looking for the hole. We're going to wrap up. But James Williams coming down into the box one-on-one with Evan Ingram. That's a matchup I love here, as it's going to be Jerome Baker up the middle, 3rd and 9. What a good job there. Man coverage across the board. We're bringing 4. Double coverage on the backside guy, though. As when he's sitting out, they're going to dump this one off. Thought he was going to play the inside, but a juke move is going to get him free. And so we're stacking the box now against him. They go back to the run. Stretch play to the outside. The blocks are picked up, and ETN, Burgess, no shot, as it will be an easy touchdown for the Jags in this first quarter. A blown play there on the last one. A good juke move will get them some extra yards, but ETN finding the end zone here. And so the goal is no more interceptions, and at least controlling somewhat of the clock here. So you are going to snap it, go quick, maybe to the outside. No, they're going to go hard, heavy man-to-man. So we're going to set our feet here, throw this one up the field, maybe, but we do get hit. And so we're going to keep this thing rolling here. Now going to the pass, as we're going to hit this one deep. Oh, we have him open up and over the top. It's not going to fall in. Finally, we had a shot. That is just frustrating there. I'm just disappointed as pressure's on us right away, and we just are not going to be able to pick this one up. And so we do have to punt this one away with Stonehouse, who's done maybe enough to earn team MVP so far this year. As Hardy Sr. coming down the field. We're going to try to levy a shot. That's not going to work. We do make the tackle, but here we're bringing blitz. It will be a Trevor Lawrence actual keep here. As Trevor Lawrence break into the open field, we're trying to get the strip. Oh, I thought that was a good play there as they go run. Brownlee, good tackle out of the slot. But I like this cover 3 match play here as they are going to go run. It's going to be ETN with another big hole. But now Tank Bigsby does a check in. 3rd and 5 here as they're going to look for this one. Screenplay out to him as Bigsby got the first down, moving quick. But here in the second quarter, we're double bracketing all the tight ends, as they will go to the air quick. As we double bracket, we have 2 guys on him, and somehow he still breaks free. That is going to be a tackle by Hooker. But they go trips out to the right side and run again here. ETN, great job from Jeffrey Simmons. He doesn't get the credit with the tackle, but completely turning the running back in is huge. But after the jump off sides, they get backed up here a little bit. Still tough with the run so far is what they've been, as they are going to go stretch play. We got to get all the way out there with Baker, and we do not get there, but it is a good tackle from Roger McCreary. And so 3rd and 11. Maybe we can make the stop, force them to a field goal. I still want to be in this game, as they are going to go ahead. Try to pass it here. Settling underneath. Out to the outside. It's going to be out to Bigsby, but no. It will be a field goal attempt. So the Jags are going to settle for a kick. Can we get ourselves in? Can we try to block it here? The kick's going to be up and good right down the middle. And that just means the worst offense in the league is going to have to come back out after this return here from Tajay Spears. We're going to look for the hole out to the outside as he's not able to juke out Wingard. But in this game, we only have 36 yards of total offense. First 2 drives, very bust here as we're going to dump this one off. Pollard getting up the field here a bit, but I'll do that all day if we really need to. If that's our only bread and butter play, just getting Pollard out, is we're going to now go out to Westbrook Nakine for a good catch. But he's done a really good job so far. He's been the receiver really that I can lean on, but we haven't had a lot of success from other guys here as we're getting chased down and sacked. Maybe I thought Ridley, I saw how open he was, could get open across the field, continue to stretch it across with us. But now it's going to be 2nd and 21, and we're going to have to get things together here. We're going to go out to the big tight end, Vanette. Vanette, what a truck there. Oh my goodness on Campbell. So it's 3rd and 9. We want man coverage here as we're going to hit this one. Up the seam, Westbrook Nakine getting deep and getting in. Campbell can't cover, and it is Westbrook Nakine helping us get a touchdown here on the board. I saw it open deep, and that's how the worst offense in the league can finally start putting things together. On the outside, getting open, and we're able to drop in a dime there over top. So ETN's coming out today, and again, we have struggled to stop the running backs, but we're going to go ahead here as they're going to go run again. And this time, though, it's Jerome Baker in the middle, but we're going to drop a double team here on wide receiver 2 backside. There you see Brian Robinson. That's what we're going to go ahead and do. As 2nd and 9, they go run play again here. Cutting back up. Kenneth Murray, we got stuck on. And so back to the cover 3 match. 3:39 left here. Is there maybe dumping it off? No, we're going to force him to throw it out of bounds, And it's great to see that Trevor Lawrence is just not good. But we are just bringing blitz now here. Is they're going to go across the middle? No. Instead, they just throw it out because the amount of pressure we had on there was nice, as we're going to be really relying here on Brownlee. I really like him playing in the slot hooker and the other slot corner look. Just we're dropping. They're going to be in the flats here. We're rolling across with Evan Ingram in the pass. We get pressure again. This offensive line of the Jacksonville Jaguars rivals ours, and that's the good thing there. And so we force punt. James Williams running backs. It will be Tony Pollard on the return. I want to take him out of that position, but for now, we're going to leave it. He's going to have a decent amount of room here to get something going. As we're going to take it to the outside, try to cut it back up and in. But we have a lot of time left in this game to put things together here, as it will be a pass across the middle. That's a bad ball. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm trying to lob that up and over. JC Latham can't give chase, and it's going to be now Campbell, who we burned on the other one down there. And oh my goodness, that is horrendous. That is horrible. And if you were thinking that we're throwing for a draft pick, you'd be 100% right. We're doing a great job at that, but holy crap, we cannot make a stop. We cannot make a play. And I'm genuinely trying to get this rolling and figuring out how to play modern Madden the right way, especially with these new settings in Madden 25. It's proving difficult, and this is why the switch every single year from base to regular is the next best challenge to do, especially with the sliders the way they are. But it's 3rd and 11 already, and we have them at that point here. Is it's going to be past the outside. The other way, though, they throw it out. We do hold them to a field goal, and so they are going to be setting up for it from now the about 13-yard line. This kick is going to be up and good, so we're still within 1 score. Just a bad mistake there. The only problem is we need to pass the ball coming back out, and they're going to kick this one out of the end zone, though. But Will Levis coming onto the field. How are we looking so far? Show me the numbers. In fact, I actually don't, because we don't feel like it. But we're looking for verticals here to kick this one off. It's not going to be the case. We are going to go underneath the big fella at the tight end spot, but it's a bad throw, as we're going to look for maybe a deep shot here out to the outside. We're not going to find it, so maybe we could jump this one off as it's intercepted. Oh no. Will Levis getting blocked there. It's a pick 6. What is this? The settings in this game. The way to throw, if you don't have your feet set at all, it is just the worst throw in the world, as Devin Lloyd gets the easiest touchdown of his career. Oh man. Bad throw in. And with this now, it's going to be 20-7 in this game. So Jackson on the return now. At this point now, I want to push the ball here, but that's going to be a bad return. So we need to go to work. Make the smart play, I would say. We're going to be looking here. A deep shot in as it's almost picked again, but I'm relying on one-on-one coverage here. Man coverage should be the case, as we're going to actually put this one up and over, and it's open. It's just a bad pass. And so 3rd and 10. Have to get things rolling here. Looking maybe Wiley as we're going to step up in the pocket here, and we're going to take off with Will Levis here, trying to get this first down as we don't. 4th and 1. As the Jags do burn a timeout. And so is Stonehouse. We're going for a punt. No. Vanette in. We're going for it here. Vanette picks it up, and we're going to burn a timeout. A risky play, and the drive stays alive. Risky play to go for it there. But what do we got to lose here? As we're going to hit this into Boyd. Back to the hurry up here. 3 interceptions already on the day, as this is just impossible with to play with these modded settings here. As we're going to hit this one back over, as it's not going to be dropped in. And so we need to fill and pick this up to keep this drive rolling underneath. Nice and easy. Boyd getting out of bounds. And at this point, it's really nice that we're getting things rolling, but the interceptions are just what kills us at this point here, as we're going to hit this deep. And it's Nikine again. No, intercepted up and over the top of the head as he steps out of bounds. Darnell Savage this time getting the interception. Oh my goodness. Thought we could really drop in a dime there. 4 picks in the first half is just horrendous, as it's going to be a scramble here. They throw it off underneath. Williams trying to hit Etienne out of bounds, but they're going to continue to throw underneath. We're rolling with an Evan Ingram here, as we almost and should have the user pick, but we're just trying to force a punt, as they're going to go ahead and pass this one up and underneath. They will go ahead and hit it there. We try to levy the boom, but it's just been tough out here. So we're going to go ahead and look. Cross. Good sack up the middle here. I think that was Landry. I do have to check, as they're going to try to push this ball just a little bit more here. And it's going to be now, they're going to look. Trevor Lawrence all day, and he throws it out. So they're actually going to run it here to try to run out this clock. Good hit. We're going to burn a timeout. And so we'll be up and returnable from Tony Pollard here. 8, 7, 6. The clock continues to count down here. Maybe a decent return. We go down with 4. And in a forgettable first half, we're just going to end it with a run up the middle here. This is going to be Tony Pollard out to the outside, not getting much. He's got 6. But we're still in this game. Just 4 interceptions won't get you a win, most definitely here. But we're still trying to figure out how these coverages from this modded Madden is going to work. And the hardest series that we've ever done. Figuring out what this team's going to look like heading into next year. But we're starting with this ball in the second half. A touchdown here would make it a 6-point game. That would be amazing if we could just get a good return with Jackson here, as we're going to cut it up and we're going to hit it at the 35. But we know our mistakes. We know what we've done so far. So far, though, I like the way the offensive line is looking. I'm feeling a little bit better Nicholas Petit free out. Russ moved into the guard spot as we're going to try to scramble here with Will Levis, and it's not going to get much. We're going to get a yard, but I was worried about the offensive line giving up that one here. So now we go to the air. Underneath Aquanquo, good catch. Don't run backwards. But luckily, so far, we're not getting hurt by injuries this season too much. Well, we got hurt before we jumped into the sim. This is we're going to try to run it for the first down, and we do. But we're going to continue then to try to feed Pollard here. Look for a lane, but 2nd and 10. Sitting on it here. We're going to step up in the pocket, try to run away from it a little bit, go back to the line of scrimmage in a bit more. But that was probably the first time we had that much time in the pocket. But I'm waiting. Man coverage would be great here. So we're going to scramble out, try to get this ball up as Ridley's got it. And he's going to break away. Aluakon in coverage. And that's a matchup I saw there. And finally, after 3 games, we're able to get Ridley involved. And so what a way to start this second half here. Up and good from Folk as we're now right in this game. And so cover 2 coming back out. If we can make a stop, turn around, get a score, we got ourselves a lead here in this game as ETN breaks us to the outside quick. Stopping the outside run from him is going to be huge as we continue to go forward. Inside carries, he's got 2.1 yards per carry. Outside, 12.9. And that's always been the mark of his career, is the ability to run outside of the tackles. As here he hits this one inside for a good gain, but it looks like they're trying to match a score with a score of their own here. As we're going to bring Brownlee off the edge here from the slot. Almost jumped off sides there. As they're going to go out to the outside, we have to make sure we can keep them in as we do wrap this one up. But that was actually Johnson in to run the football. Wasn't even Tank Bigsby, as an injury does come out for Johnson here, the running back. And so this is going to be a big pass. 2nd and 12. They go 5 wide. Stick concept maybe, as they're going to sit on it here. We're underneath as they're going to launch a deep shot here. McCreary just play the ball, and we're able to outrun him here. McCreary making his statement heard against Brian Thomas. We've held Brian Thomas pretty well today. But 3rd down conversions. Been a big mark for the Jaguars so far. Can we get them off the field? We're dropping to it here. As it looks like they're going to run this. Just slide down, and we make the stop one more time. And so after they pin us at the 8, we got to start going to work here. As we're going to go to the pass. Boyd getting up the field. But finally, we're going to be able to really get things rolling here with an offense that can click a bit. But after Pollard gets a play, we're going to go out to Spears really quick here. Out to the outside, and he drops. And so 2nd and 10 sitting. That was a drop there. As blitz up the middle, we got to get this ball out, as it will be that's Westbrook Hines again. But Will Levis, 14 of 25, 214 and 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions though on the day at this point. But now we're going to get back to the run a bit. 3rd quarter, we need to make this ours, as this run doesn't get anywhere. And so to the screen we go. Maybe we dialed up perfectly as they bring blitz. We are outrunning, and that's a great job by Peter Skoronski out there blocking at the guard spot. That side of the offensive line is fine. We need right tackles, and we need right guards. Maybe we need running backs. Spears, I really thought he was going to be the man coming in for the Titans this year. But there we go here. Up the seam, we're going to go to Tony Pollard. Good juke move there, and we're at the 25. And so the 4th quarter is here with us driving. We are getting to the quarterback. We are making plays this second half. We're locking up, and our defense is moving. And can our offense just finish the job? So 1st and 10 to start. We're going to go run here. Tony Pollard's going to hit this hole nicely. But after that, we're going to go quick rollout here to the outside. I'm going to hit him. Boyd can't break the tackle. Now the ball's on the ground. Are you kidding me? Was that even a listed catch? Oh, no. Look at it. Can't give the ball up there, as it will go to booth review. This is a massive review here. And here, obviously, looking at it, he gets hit by a Wingard, and his whole body's on the ground before the ball comes out. Oh, my goodness. And so 3rd and 5. Underneath, have to pick this one up here. And that's a sack coming in off the edge. 4th and 11. And this is the problem about modded Madden. The kicks here are difficult. If you don't have the right anything, it will not be good. But this one is going to be good, barely from Nick Folk, as we're able to knock it through a nice little 45-yarder. So 3 points now separate us in this game as they go on the return here. Coming down, we need to make sure maybe we could live you a nice hit. But this is the first game where we're looking, maybe we could get to 300 yards of offense. That'd be a great feel here, as they're going to go play action. That's a sack up the middle, a dialed up blitz. So us versus the Jaguars, maybe a battle for the worst or best draft pick opportunity here, as it's going to be Trevor Lawrence now taking off, getting chased down. And I'm learning about this Titans team just as much as you guys are. I'm more of an NFC watcher, but Landry, I'm starting to figure out what type of player he is here. So far, he's a good addition to this team. Could be a long-term asset, but his age is just a major factor, as that's a great sack in from Gay, and we're able to force this stop, get this ball back. We've held him scoreless here in this second half so far, as Tony Pollard will get the return, as we're going to look for a lane here. Try to bust this one open. We're just going to take it sideline. No, we get chased down, but anytime we throw deep, it's just been a no-brainer. That's been a pick, so we just have to be careful about how we do this. Pressure coming off the edge here, as we're going to dump this one off to Pollard, but it's got to be about throwing very smartly. Not even the wide open receiver, but the obvious guy here. As we're going to go here now underneath the Boyd against Wingard. I'll take that matchup all day long. That's something we got to be smart about. But a touchdown here would give us the lead, as we're going to go ahead and pull this one, Will Levis, and we're going to run this one up the field here. We're going to cut it back a little bit, and so I will go ahead and continue to throw it, and that's going to be underneath. Ridley looking for a lane, spinning through Wingard, and maybe we just keep attacking him. Ridley on the season now 690 yards, maybe on pace for 1,000, as a Conco now looking. As we're going to take off up the middle, get back to line of scrimmage and more. We got a yard out of the deal to not take the sack, but this is going to be a big run here from Pollard, looking for a lane as he gets tackled from behind, as it's going to be Trayvon Walker in. So this 3rd and 8, a big play call here, as we're going to hit this one underneath. What are we doing? Oh my goodness, Aluakon comes down with the interception here. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Just a miscommunication, maybe bad throw, don't even know, but we just threw away past him. He was settling, so the Jags sitting pretty now. Just need to run out the clock, as our 5th interception of the day does happen. Brian Thomas in motion, as they actually go to the air here. Underneath, they're going to throw this. We go for the pick, but now we just need to make a stop. Force a punt out. This should have been a winnable game for us, as it's going to be Etienne hitting to the outside. We burned a timeout. Will they try to run it again? No, they go to the air. Screenplay out to the outside. Brownlee, we make the tackle, and we're going to force a punt. And so this is huge. Tony and Pollard on the return here, catching it at the 10-yard line. We're going to take this to the outside. We don't have the speed. We're going to play at the 16. We have to go the length of the field. And so here we go. We need to make this happen. Up and over the top. No, that's not going to happen. We're going to hit this in a good block there on the outside, but maybe a deep ball here to open up. As we're going to try to hit this in the window. Well is almost picked. Try to burn the cover 2 there. So that was risky. Almost did not work out. As we're going to go nice and easy underneath just to get some yards up. Jackson, good catch. We go to the hurry up. Getting in the line, as we're going to go quick screenplay to the outside. We don't get it here. And we need to go back to the hurry up one more time, as we're going to go ahead and snap it. Blocking in the middle. We go risky. QB draw here, pressing forward, and we're going to burn our last time out. Absolutely ridiculous there that we had to burn all the time just to pick up that 1st down here. But to the air we go. Over the top. I see him across the middle. He's open, but we don't have the time in the pocket. So 2nd and 10, here we go. Sitting in this look, but no, more pressure. But we don't need to score a touchdown. We just need to get into field goal range, as we're going to sit up the middle and actually scramble away. Will Levis up the middle. Will Levis getting away from everybody there. And so 49 seconds left. We got our 1st down. We're still not in field goal range by a mile here, but we're going to go out. A spin move through. Tony Pollard getting chased down. Doesn't get out of bounds, as we go get up to the 39-yard line, as we just need to get this ball out and quick here. Wingard one-on-one with Boyd, and we missed the throw. Now Cavante Turpin even comes in here. Pressure up the middle, and we're going to run away here. And we're going to slide down nice and easily, get up, spike this ball here, at least try to get it down. 19 seconds left, and so maybe one shot to the end zone here. Try to win this game here, as we're going to hit this, and no, pass doesn't get in. And so 15, 16 seconds left. Sitting, rolling out here. We're just going to throw this ball away. Don't want to risk anything there. But now the Jaguars burn a timeout to ice us. And this is the problem. Modded Madden, it is so hard to kick field goals. I'm so afraid of this. But we're going to aim this a little bit to the left here, as we're going to take this kick, as it will be up and good. Folk puts it in, and we are going to OT. But before we do get there, they are going to chuck one up very deep here. They're going to go Hail Mary. We're going to roll back with it. Pressure on Jeffrey Simmons getting in there already, as they're going to lob this one deep, and it will be knocked down, and we're going now to finally there. But in OT, hopefully we can get the ball first. Make it easy, drive down, put a touchdown up on the board. With the Jaguars on the call, they've officially won the toss, and they are definitely going to receive. And so coming out, Trevor Lawrence. Here we go. Have to make a stop. In the second half, we shut them down to absolutely nothing. But we're going to change up this play call here, because we were going to do a corner blitz with a woozy, but it's not going to happen. It cannot happen. Actually, with this coming in, maybe it can, as we're going to bring a corner blitz coming in, and we do get the sack, and it works. Oh my goodness. I was going to bring him in a corner blitz, but with the trips look, maybe looked a little too much. And so 2nd and 14, after a great sack, a game-changing sack there. Maybe quick underneath the middles. They're going to throw this one to the outside to Etienne. And so Jason Brownlee, we're going to roam in the middle. 3rd and 10, as it will go to be ahead, and they're going to throw this one. We're rolling across the middle. We're looking at Lawrence dumping it off, and it will be caught. Brian Thomas has the 1st down. What a ball coming in there from Trevor Lawrence. And after 5 interceptions, we put ourselves to overtime. Don't want to lose it now. Brownlee coming off the edge. What a play! But just like that, we see it all disappear. as we will lose officially down to the Jaguars. So we have to look on now to next week. The number 1 draft pick, though, may have just been ours. And so one of the hardest franchise series I've ever played continues. And while the Titans actually did pick up a win against the Texans, well, we did lose that game 28-7. This is what the standings are shaking up now as we enter into week number 15. Now, week number 15 is a little bit interesting because we do get a player back. Treylon Burks coming off of IR. He is going to be ready to go for us, but with the way things have shaken up, I don't really want to play him all that much. We're at the point in his career where his 5th-year option is up, and there's no way on God's green earth that we are going to accept it. There's no way I ever see Treylon Burks becoming a legitimate member of the team for a long period of stretch. I view him as a bust. He was the guy who was supposed to replace A.J. Brown, and so we're going to save the money and try to spend it elsewhere. One guy we are going to think about bringing back is Nick Westbrook-Ikine. Now, why would we bring him back of all people? Well, he's been pretty good for us. He's been actually great for us so far this season when we have needed him to step up and make plays. These are just some of his stats for this year. 7 touchdowns, 430 yards. Now, in year number 6, he's beating career numbers here. At least he's on track to. And so when it comes to Treylon Burks, I view him nothing more as a trade piece. And I hate to build it out that way. I hate to say it that way. You know, looking at Calvin Ridley, he's about worth the same, but Treylon Burks at 68 value on that trade block, we can maybe squeeze out a 3rd or 4th round pick for him. We know how cheap it is to get wide receivers nowadays, but in another shift, another move here, going in, we have had some differences in how this roster has all shaken up, and that's fine. If Terrell Burgess started last week over James Williams out of Miami, the Miami product, he is going to get more time on the field. I want to find and invest in guys that I think could do well for us. And the rookie out of Miami, I know he started out as that middle linebacker, moved around, played safety, middle linebacker, safety in that 3-4 defense. I view him as another Isaiah Simmons type, a guy where we can flex him around, get him in different spots. That hit power at 88 is absolutely insane, and I really do think he's got decent man coverage and decent zone coverage. 73 zone is a lot to work with. It's good enough to work with if we want to build out this team the right way, but looking at the standings, we are almost dead last. In fact, it's us and the New York Jets sitting at 2 wins. If one of us wins, it's still going to be sitting at the 2nd pick. That's how bad it is. We are all the way down here. The Giants put together some wins with Daniel Jones gone. That is hilarious. In fact, Daniel Jones actually going over to the Miami Dolphins because Tua got knocked out again. Great job there. And the Bengals sitting at 4-9, a little bit surprising. But overall, not many other shockers there. Some teams have turned around their seasons, though. Looking up at the top, we have had the Broncos climb up to 8-5 on the season. Bo Nix playing very, very well. But this week we do have the Cincinnati Bengals, and I'm worried a lot. And the reason why we changed our offensive line around last week is in preparation for this week because we have to go up against Trey Hendrickson. But on the other side, we got to worry about Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and more. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting, but our eyes are set on here, this draft class. And we've taken a look at it a lot here already. But at quarterback, if we do want to go quarterback, one of these guys would be awesome to be able to take. Jalen Milroe fell a little bit more. But if we wanted to add weapons, Emeka Egbuka is going to be a great wide receiver, I think. I really like his film more than Bonds. Burden and McMillan are still 1 and 2. But at corner, we can get the number 1 spot because we're using Madden. He's going to be able to play both sides of the football here. And that would be absolutely incredible for us. A guy that can play both sides is nice. We're also looking at the safety spot here. I love Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame. I do think, though, he's a little bit older, has some struggles in run support sometimes. But another safety I do like is Xavier Nwankpa. I don't know how to pronounce that. I never will be able to figure out how to pronounce that if we do draft him, but I really do like him at Iowa. I had the chance now to watch a couple of Iowa games. Think he's good. Hopefully he could be just as good in the game for us. As a Penn State fan, Winston Jr., I do think he's decent. I also like an edge rusher in Abdul Carter. He could be the guy off the edge as we continue to build out this draft class a little bit more. This guy right here, Abdul Carter, could be a man for us to watch out for. And so we're going to try to finish this season strong. The only problem is we have no bright spots, true bright spots. Aging running back room, quarterback questions, offensive line. Maybe that left side there with Peter Skoronski and J.C. Latham, but that's about it. Calvin Ridley's getting old. Same with Westbrook-Ikine there. And so jumping into the game today against the Cincinnati Bengals, what would you do? How would you rebuild this roster? Kevontae Turpin back to return today. Not going to catch that one, but here comes the man, Will Levis. Can we put together a strong start to the end of the year? If he can prove that he can play, we should be good. We should be able to draft a wide receiver, but this is the hardest franchise I've ever played. Mods, sliders, everything against us here. We just need to put things together. It's out to the outside. Tajay Spears getting away from everybody here, getting out in that third down running back roll, that shotgun sidecar roll, but that's what we need all day long here. Is underneath now. We're going to go to Okonkwo, who does hold on, but on 2nd and 1, we are going to go pitch, try to pick up this first down, racing to the edge. Tony Pollard's got it and more, and I like him. I just don't think he's going to be fully worth the money. Tony Pollard's contract is interesting, and so we'll see as the future unfolds what we're going to go ahead and do with him here, as we're just going to dump this one off, get Tyler Boyd upfield. But you see, we're still without L'Jarius Sneed. I cannot wait to have him back. Quandre Diggs is going to be out for the season, and so that really did open the door for James Williams to get moved back again. Pressure on us, though. We got to throw this one out to the outside. Boyd's going to catch it. He's only got a couple of yards, and so it is going to be 3rd and 5. We got to go to the air here again, sitting. Okonkwo is going to go ahead and get it and just go down, and as the worst offense in the league, it's finally nice to be able to put things together. Now to read option. We're going to go ahead and pull it. A bad pull read there on Hendrickson, but we're not going to shy away from the QB run. In fact, we're going to go right back to it here. Quarterback draw going up the middle, but no, the blocking not there. And so we at least need to get into field goal range now. I don't know if we quite are, as we're going to hit this one deep. Out to the outside, we got Calvin Ridley one-on-one against Jermaine Pratt. Not able to hit him, and that means we're going to try to hit from 52, and this is where modded Madden really gets difficult here. I don't know if we have the leg for it. Off to this side, it's going to be just a bit short. Oh my goodness. Missed from 52 there from full. And so our defense is going to have to go to work. Chase Brown in today for this team. He's been leading the league the past 2 weeks running the football here. Absolutely dominant from him. But I do love this 3-3-5 look defensively. As they go HB base now here, we're able to swallow it up again. Landry getting in on the tackle for the 2nd time. And we're chasing the slot. We're dropping key quickly in just in case any 4 verticals looks. We're all over it. As they throw it over our heads, drop it in the bucket here. Jamar Chase still gets the catch. And so swallowed up on that one as they go now Chase Brown one more time. But we are going to run man-to-man coverage a little bit. And James Williams, you will see his number got changed from 53 to 7 now as we have to scrape across, stop the first down as it's going to be 3rd and inches. And with Brownlee in the middle, we are protecting against the run. Zach Moss in, man in motion here. And they are going to go ahead and snap it. They're going to go quick out to the outside. Brownlee, no, they go double pass and he throws it out of bounds. And so we do end up holding them. Very, very lucky in this essence, as it will be a kick that will be up and good from the Cincinnati Bengals. And so we got things rolling last time we were on the field. Just unfortunately, the missed field goal didn't go our way. So we're going to continue to try to go to work here. Sitting across, setting our feet, delivering this one into Ridley for a good catch. And that's what we need to do. Just consistency here. Maybe just also getting back to running the football would be nice as we get sacked before we could even get a pass off from Hubbard. So now we need a 3rd down more manageable. Can we catch him slipping here on a run as we try to go to the outside? Pratt tracks us down, but the first quarter's over. So we're going to open up in the second, and we're going to start off with a screenplay. It's the only way we can get out of this 3rd and 17 without chucking the ball deep here. Just can we get a good play? It's going to be Spears trying to break a tackle. And so will be a punt going away. Stonehouse letting this go. And it's going to land right at the 3-yard line. Can we get some backspin to it, please? Almost hitting off the back again of a player, but down to the 11. And Joe Burrow comes back out. It's been a rough year for the Cincinnati Bengals squad. And I still made sure to get some of the stats right. Joe Burrow, one of the best quarterbacks. Hendrickson, one of the best sack makers in the league. It's just been not in their favor. As they're going to go quick pass, setting across the middle. Maybe no, underneath. It's going to be caught by Chase, who breaks a tackle here. Luckily, we're there with Hooker. But that just shows how tough things are going to be for us. It's going to be rough. As this is a Joe Burrow now pull. Luckily, Arden Key's there. But it's going to be 2nd and 8 as they go quick to the outside to Gesicki. Gesicki getting away from everybody. They're just diming us up here as they go run again. Chase Brown. James Williams gets absolutely trucked. Yeah, not a fan of that one as we get kind of caught out of position here. They go run regardless, and they actually run right into our out of position guys. But it's Tampa 2 on 3rd and 8. Williams comes in as a secondary slot guy. Burgess drops behind him, and we just sit underneath. They go screenplay out to the outside. We got to turn him back in. We do turn Zach Moss back in, but he's got the first down. Again, converting a 3rd and long, but Wood dropping back as it will now be to the air. It's man covered sitting across. Joe Burrow gets sacked, and that's Jeffrey Simmons getting in there. We need him to make plays. He comes up clutch there, but we're lucky here. Jamar Chase is actually out on this 2nd and 24. Maybe they go screen. We're going to drop deep with Wood as they're going to go play action pass. Hit this across. Great coverage, but the tackle's not made, and he will make it a 3rd and 3 now. And so we get caught absolutely slipping there. Man in motion. They go run. We swallow it up perfectly. Completely blitz in. Really put all our guys in the box there, making it happen. Jerome Baker with the tackle, but also Trevondre Sweat. Really good job from the interiors, 3-0. will be the scores. They pin us a little bit deep here. So that's really going to have to put things together on this drive. It's going to be a pull read with Levis. Levis running away from everybody. He's just going to slide down. But we're going to go hurry up a little bit because I want to keep this momentum going. I like this set that we're in. Single high safety now to a screenplay with the guy leaking out as we have to get around him, and we do. Spears running away from everybody here. A good juke move at the 45 now, and here we can settle back down. We're going to go to another run here. Tony Pollard leading the way up the middle. He's got 5 as the play clock now winding down. Have to look for this here. Sitting across the middle. It's a bad throw into Ridley. We had pressure on us, but I really want to put in a score here. This is actually killing me as we're going to hit this across. Westbrook Nakina, and he drops it. Oh, we have talked you up. You've been playing so well, and then you do that. This is abysmal. And so as we come back out on defense, it's going to be a 2-minute warning type drill. We know that they're going to pass it, so we just have to be smart. We're sitting cover 2. Not the smartest, but we've a Tampa more look to it. So across the middle, we should be decent. But they throw it underneath to Jamar Chase, who is going to run. But with trips and the tray wide flex coming out from the Bengals, we go cloud look. They're going to throw this underneath. We're nice and easily wrapping, but we're just going to sit. Cover 3 continued. They throw it underneath. Higgins first down and more. But they're going hurry up here. Now, minute 12 left. Motion guy out. Go back to the empty look. As we're looking underneath. Nice and easy. We're rolling with this here. They throw it up the seam, though, and it's complete to Gesicki. We're worried so much about the underneath. We get burned over top, but maybe we can catch him slipping here with a big play across, but it is going to be complete in and a touchdown. And that's going to be Jermaine Burton, the former Alabama receiver, getting in there for a touchdown. Try to bring blitz, just absolutely not. No work at all. There's no help over the middle. Why are we acting like there is? As that's Hooker letting up that completion and an easy touchdown here for the Cincinnati Bengals. Go up 10-0. But we do have all of our timeouts, so we can try to go to work here nice and easily. Boyd with the catch first. Hurry up, as we can't throw underneath forever here. As we're going to go to the pass one more time. As we're going to try to throw it, and we get sacked. And the Bengals actually use a timeout here. And I love in this situation, we don't even have the guys we want in. As maybe a cross, though. We could hit this one in. Almost actually jumped and picked off. And so we have to punt it away. Giving the ball back. They're going to have another opportunity. Hardy Sr. has to make the tackle here on Charlie Jones, who calls a fair catch. But we're putting man-on-man against Jamar Chase as we're going to hit this. And they're going to go up the seam. And luckily enough, we get the knockout there from Roger McCreary. We got lucky there. 21 seconds left. X Factor enabled for Joe Burrow. We're going to sit here. He spins out, throws absolutely sideways here. Double spin clutch. But we're only rushing 3. And I really would love to see Javondre Sweat really get in there. Try to disrupt that middle. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Maybe underneath they go, and they do. And we can't keep up with Jamar Chase, who's got himself a big gain. They burned it last time out. But with 9 seconds left, probably Hail Mary situation. No, they're going to go flood concept quick to the outside as he gets out of bounds. And so here they're going to test their luck. As we're going to take it backwards. We are struggling to keep up with some of these receivers here. As this one will be up and intercepted by James Williams. Good play there. A little victory, and we can for the big fella as he's going to continue to develop for us. At 6'4", he should go up and get that. He's an athletic specimen. It's just the zone coverage, man coverage, the things you can't measure that do need improve from him. But in the second half, it will be the Bengals starting with the football here. And I have good news. The Jets are winning football games. So that means that right now we are in prime position for the #1 pick in this draft. But they're going to go to the run here. Chase, wow, we completely bottled up perfectly there. Good tackle. But if we can just bring back Baker and Kenneth Murray, make sure both of them are set with us, we can avoid and spend resources elsewhere here. So they're going to throw this one in the loon, and it's going to be Murray with the interception here. And we may not get an offensive touchdown, but how about a defensive touchdown? Almost returned all the way. We're going to start at the 14-yard line. Our first pick, well, second one, if you count just what just happened there on the Hail Mary. But the first pick in meaningful football. And so I'm absolutely love it. I'm ready with Will Levis to score here. As we're going to go quarterback draw, and that just does not work again. We need to put in a touchdown. It's as simple as that here. As we're going to go across to Okonkwo running away from everybody. The big fella getting up the field. He's down at the 1-yard line. And so now Joey Chestnut's in. Tajay Spears and Tony Pollard both down. Can we punch this in? Power look here. Diving forward. And we are finally on the board. It took until the second half, but we are right in this football game again. Julius Chestnut getting in. And so life is good. Our defense helping us out here a lot. Woozy on a blitz. Hopefully this can fit in. We're going to bring pressure off the edge here. They're going to go quick screen. We got to get back out. And they throw it. Oh my goodness. A double pass here again. They try to go to it. but they throw it out of bounds as there is going to be a pass interference on the offense for blocking downfield. And so the Bengals really trying to get a little extra here, but it's not going to be the case as they're going to go down to the run with the fill, and we do. Sebastian Joseph Day, what a play. I think long term, him and Devondre Sweat could be decent in the middle. I'm not going to be that mad with them. We just need to build up this roster consistently here. As across the middle, that's a sack, and who else but Landry in for the play. Making a massive play there coming off the edge. So it's going to be 3rd and 22 now, and we're going to cover 4. They bring Jamar Chase in the backfield. We're dropping everybody. They look like they're going screenplay here. And we just need to make sure he doesn't get to the outside, turn everything in. But it's going to be Kevontae Turpin back to return the punt after the good play there. Turpin, we're going to break this to the right side. Do we have the speed to get the edge? Absolutely not. But in the second half, I do want to run the football just a little bit more. Hopefully, we can fit it in up the middle. Looking, it's going to be Tony Pollard. And 3 yards per carry is not bad, but it's also not great in any stretch of the imagination. We're going to go to Boyd here. Boyd getting up the field. He's got the first down. And so now back to a screen. We're going to go to the 4th catch here for Spears. Spears has got 5. And so 2nd and 5. We're looking quick late across the middle to Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley getting us a first down. But with man in motion, we are going to give it to Pollard one more time. He gets 1 yard. And so even though I want to do the run, it's tough out here with our offensive line the way it is. As we are getting our own guys beat up here, we go to Boyd to the outside, but he had so much trouble in getting off the football. And that does leave it to a 3rd and 8. Safety help over top. As we are going to take a shot here, actually. It's going to be Ridley, but no, we underthrew it. I want to put that up and over the top. And so we do have to punt this one. We're going to do a sky kick. And wow, that could have been one of our best kicks of all time. Backed up here is where to sit. They catch it at the 2. And so we pin them very deep here. Man in motion coming across as they go to the pass. Oh my goodness. We need to hold them back and they get a free first down. Oh, you're kidding me. That was a perfect opportunity there. A perfect punt. They go run here. Getting across. We do fill nicely. We're sitting man to man against the running back here. If he does go out of the pocket, and he will. Is he going to throw it across instead? It's Jamar Chase wide open. Roger McCreary getting lost in coverage. And in the 3rd quarter, we played so well against this Bengals offense. Here, not as much as this is going to end with a good run here that we are able to wrap up. But to the 4th we go. Jets winning against the Jaguars. Can we win against the Bengals? We will see. But man-to-man is not going to be our friend, especially with how our team is all shaped up. It's just not going to be good as they go run. We fill with Hooker. Tried to at least, but we have been able to bottle up Chase today. As that's good there as they're going to look, as they're going to go deep shot. All the way corner of the end zone. Burton up and Burton out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Brownlee was not step for step in any stretch of the imagination there. But Cincinnati's actually going to challenge the deep ball. Oh, this would be bad if it was called a touchdown here. I don't think it was. We're going to take one look at it. 1 and 2. Looks like 2 was out of bounds. Again, looking at it. 1 and 2. The foot looks like it was on the white grass. And no, it's a touchdown. I'm wrong. Okay, Madden. Cool beans. As Brownlee in for the punt or for the PAT. Hopefully we can get a block, but this kick is going to be up and good. 17-7. We're playing from behind. And so Turpin on the return. Can we maybe put together a comeback here? Break to the left side. He's not fast enough. And so we're going to have to throw it in this 4th quarter. Really get things going here across the middle. We're going to fit into the window. Boyd can't hold on. And so to the pass again we go. We're going to go out to the outside. Aquanquo fitting it in. An absolute dime out to him. Jordan Battle there in coverage. And so luckily that does work. We're going to go to the run here now. Just nothing working at all. Oh my goodness. And so we're putting ourselves in the hole with that one. Just bad running from Tony Pollard. As we're going to hit now to Calvin Ridley across. Calvin Ridley getting up the field. Good spin move down at the 40. But I love that Jaquan Jackson is out there. And I'm looking to maybe test his shot. We're going to throw this one underneath instead to Josh Wiley. And Wiley gets away here and gets a first down. I really think him behind Okwanku, I like that 1-2 combo. But we are putting things together here on a decent drive. Not having to test a deep shot, not having to do anything crazy here. Spears is going to get 5. But we're the worst team in the league for a reason here. As we're going to hit this touchdown in. Calvin Ridley's got it. I saw him get off the line really, really well there, and that's a passing touchdown. This is probably the best we've played with Will Levis, to be quite honest with you. Calvin Ridley able to find the end zone there, beating one-on-one. Looked like more of a hole shot. Maybe they were in cover 2. And yes, they were in cover 2 invert, and that's where we were able to just burn corner off the line. But I love this. We are going for 2. Like I said, and like every franchise runs, working off coach suggestions here. We're going to Aquanco. He's got it. And we're in now 17-15. And so can we make a stop? Can the Bengals choke this one away. Joe Burrow, the look in the air, pass, screenplay, we're out there, no catch. But now we bring blitz, double covering Jamar Chase though, another pass out, nothing going. And so 3rd and 10, 5:50 left. We need to make this stop here. They're gonna whip out to the outside, have to tackle him short, and we do. What a play out there by Roger McCreary. I don't think they're going for it. They're gonna punt this one away, and we're gonna have every opportunity here to win this football game. Kevontae Turpin on the return. We're going to take it up the middle. I'm looking for a lane here. We're going to juke it out. Oh my goodness. I'm excited about him. We can do it at the end of this season, but we still have to get into field goal range at the bare minimum here. So we're going to go out to Ridley. Ridley's going to get hit real quick, but now 5 wide. Maybe we could abuse a single high safety here, as I do see a pass play that could work, but instead Will Levis goes down. And if they bring blitz, we are kind of screwed here, but we're running around already here, as we just have to get this ball out. The pass rush is just too much for us to deal with, and we're gonna have to punt this one away. It's Jimmy Stonehouse, and he's been so busy for us this entire season that we've played with him so far, as Charlie Jones takes the fair catch. And so if they start trying to drain this clock now, I will fully get it. They go to the run, and no, they go to the air, sitting across in the window, try to level the big hit. They're trying to push it here. Now go to the run up the middle. Chase Brown breaking through some tackles here, and he's gonna have himself a 1st down and more, as long as somebody could please just wrap up against him. But what is going on here? They go 5 wide, taking the snap. They're going to sit maybe stick concept. No, underneath. It's a drop pass. That's good. It stops the clock. Good play from Awuzie there, as they're going to continue now. Another 5 wide look. I'm a little bit confused about this. Man in motion. Maybe screenplay. We're going to sit on this screenplays. It is screenplay. Oh, we tried to jump. I tried to go for the pick. Oh my goodness. Oh, we were all over. We read it like a book. But it's 3rd and 4. We're pinching everybody here. We're projecting run. They go to the outside. We get this stop. And did we knock them out of field goal range? We'll see here, because this is going to be a long one for the Bengals. We're at least going to get the ball back. We put ourselves in a good position here. This kick is going to be up, and it is going to be good. So we're going to be down by 4. No, 5. Down by 5, 20-15 is the score. It's going to be us returning the ball here. Kevontae Turpin, let's see what he can do. Is we're going to take this one out from deep, because we're going to try to open it up. Maybe looking first man, most dangerous man, doesn't get blocked. We're down to the 20. So it's going to start here. Man coverage out to the outside. We're just going to get this ball away. And we're just getting absolutely beat up here, as we're going to hit this one underneath the Nakine. Throw it low, though. And so I think they're going to bring blitz here, and they don't. We're sitting on the outside. We're going to get this ball out. It's caught by Nakine, but it's 4th and 3. We have to convert this. And it's a bad pass out in a Quanko, and we lose the game. Oh, my goodness. It's a pitch and catch. Oh, and we miss it. And so with not a lot of time left, they're going to run it. We're bringing pressure here on Joe Burrow. They actually go to the air, out to the outside. Williams has to get off of it, make the tackle, and that is it. And so that is going to be all she wrote. I thought that was our chance if we wanted to win the game, but we missed that throw to Okonkwo. But overall, good game. We didn't throw any interceptions. We just couldn't get things rolling. That's the problem with this offense. It's just it lacks weapons, lacks movement, but it is one of our better games. 20 of 30, 206 yards, 1 touchdown. Running the football, though, not good at all, as this is really the hardest franchise I've ever played. And so looking at the main screen, it's simple. It's not us here at all. In fact, we're still the worst team now in football. I think the dead last team in football right now, as the Jets did win a football game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we're sitting up to have the #1 pick in the draft. This week, though, we are playing the Indianapolis Colts, and the Colts are 7.5-point favorites in this game. But in great news, L'Jarius Sneed is back, the guy we paid a lot of money for out of LA Tech, who's developed into one of the best corners in the league. Having him back on the roster is going to be huge, but I'm sold on this guy right here, T'Vondre Sweat. And I didn't even know he was a rookie coming into this. I'll be completely honest. Looking at this roster, I knew he was good. There was promise with him, but when it comes to T'Vondre Sweat, he is going to be the man in the middle. He's definitely going to be here for a very, very long time. I really like the way he's able to stop the run against Chase Brown. Did phenomenal in this last game. Looking at the left end, Sebastian Joseph Day is a little bit older, but I do still like him as well. Gabe behind him, I don't know. He's going to be a project type guy. Jalen Harrell, he's another rookie. This one out of Michigan. He's a guy fighting for roster time, more of a special teams guy. But with Harold Landry there, Majai Sanders, and if I remember correctly, he got drafted by the Arizona Cardinals. And yes, Arizona Cardinals did draft him, didn't make the roster. A little bit of a bust there. But because our offense struggled, and because Westbrook Nakine, we did have him not play well, he's going to be dropping, and we're going to have Tyler Boyd come in, or Traylon Burks, not Tyler Boyd. Traylon Burks come in this week. Westbrook's going to drop down below. We're going to see what we can get out of Traylon Burks, if anything at all. And even though, you could call for us to go away from Will Levis, I think last week, very good. I like what we did with Will Levis. But the Colts this season are going to be, at least for this game, we're going to be without Josh Downs, Grover Stewart, Kitty Payne, Juju Brents. So they're going to have a couple of guys off their roster for this one here, but it's all going to be about attacking their interior, especially Dalton Tucker. That's really the only guy to attack. Their offense, especially the receiving core, is going to be struggling, but their defense, Leon Latu, DeForest Buckner, Akuban in at left end. It's going to be tough. EJ B2, I really do like him. So his Colts team is 5-9 on the year. So they're not that great either. Division rival for us. This is what our AFC South standings are looking like right now. Just horrible football. But if Will Levis continues to not pan out, I think last game was good, but if Will Levis doesn't pan out, these are some of the guys that we can look at here at quarterback. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, both these guys slated to hit free agency. Jameis Winston as well for the Browns. He's age 30 going to age 31 season, so we'll definitely see about that. The other one is Daniel Jones. Could he be the man to come in and play well? Can he be the guy to revive us? But in terms of all free agents so far, so Marcus Lawrence, Khalil Mack, Nick Chubb, and Zach Martin, all of them not back. Hufanga for the 49ers, he's on the injured reserve. And so there's some guys here that really just should be getting and could be getting a look from us when that time does come. And so in this division showdown, I'm so happy that he's back. L'Jarius Sneed is needed. But the Colts led by Anthony Richardson, who's got a heck of a lot of interceptions to his name this year, as it will be the Colts starting with the balls. We're in their house for this game. The return down the field will be stopped, and here he comes, 25 and 25. Interceptions and touchdowns for him. Obviously, the stats, we're going to be getting them right this season or next year. The rosters, everything, all caught up with modern day, how everything's looking. Baker, Murray in the middle as they will go run. Up the middle, good stop, and we're able to wrap up. But we are going to keep James Williams out there. He's going to continue to play for the safety spot for us as we almost over-pursued on a run. But Jonathan Taylor, last week, 100 yards. This week, low and slow to start. Jack Gibbons, wish he could come back now because I need to figure out if he's even worth re-signing, as it is going to be the Colts jumping off sides here. Tucker in the middle, but it's 3rd and 13. We're looking for a Donnie Mitchell. Have to be careful about him to the outside. They're going to dump this one off instead. Sebastian Joseph Day chasing down Jonathan Taylor. What a play from him. And so Turpin will get the return here to start the game. An early holding call is going to be on us, so we're going to get backed up no matter what, as I did see this one all the way come down. This one will be on James Williams, who was at the gunner spot. And so in this game today, when we go into the air here to start, we're looking and we take an early sack. Back all the way after the holding call. Leon Latu getting in there off that right side. Getting backed up to the 2-yard line is not fun. Now we need to run out with Chestnut, and we had our own blocker in front of us, the fullback for Red. We had an open lane, one man to beat, and that one was an absolute killer there. As this to the outside, we're going to hit with Boyd, and we do miss him. But with Kenny Moore in coverage, it will be a Stonehouse punt. And this one, oh, he clutched up with it, hitched up, almost blocked. Great punt, though, getting down the field. And they're going to start at the 40. And so here we go again, back to it. Man coverage, we're going to run one high, roll the safeties here. They're going to go pitch play and give it back around. And it's going to be Pittman off to the races here. We have to give Chase 17 yards on that play there. But I trust our corners today, especially with Snead coming back. What if we were just to blitz like crazy? Is it maybe jump there's Sweat, I think, over the line? Instead, it's actually going to be the offense. So we got lucky there. We're bringing blitz again here. As they go screen, we are all over it. It's a fumble. Ball comes out. I don't know if that was truly a fumble. We'll take a look at it again here. Amani Hooker, the one with the hit. Arden Key, the one picking it up. And it looks like it's going to stand. So we got lucky there, forcing the fumble. Now to the run here. It's going to be Tony Pollard getting up the field. A good run of 15. And so now Spears is going to come in. We're going to go run here again up the middle. Almost to Forrest Buckner with the tackle. You get 2 yards out. But here maybe end zone shot. As they bring blitz, we should have an easy dump off with a Quanko again. And this is the one thing I do love. The elite speed from him is huge. It's a game changer, to be honest with you. Traylon Burks back in the lineup here. He's going to be coming around, man in motion. We're going to fake give it to him here. And actually, we're going to dump this one off to him, and we miss him. Oh, he had a walk-in touchdown as long as we could fit that ball in. And so 2nd and goal, we're going to go run. No linebacker overhanging on that left side there. Verrett, good block. We fall 4 to the 3. So it's a pass play here. Sitting, looking out to the outside. It's a bad ball. Thought maybe with him settling it would work, but I like this call here. We are going for it. Sitting across. We're going to try to fire it in. Burks, welcome back to the starting roster with Westbrook Nikine. The drops and getting bumped off the route like crazy. It's the athleticism for him that was struggling. We put in a guy who's a little bit more athletic in Traylon Burks, and he comes in, and does get himself a touchdown back off the IR. And so crazy feeling here, but we actually have a lead. We actually have a lead to play with as they go run here to the outside. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor getting whapped up, but now it's double coverage here on Alec Pierce. They're going to go pass underneath. They are going to throw it there, and we left it just too early, as it will be Pittman with the catch. And so away from man-to-man, it's going to go back to zone for us heavily here as they expect them to run. No, they're going to go pass. So underneath, we're all over this one. Here's they're going to throw it, and we are all over it. But 2nd and 10. Now they go run here. We fill again. James Williams on the inside. And so it will be to the air. Underneath, we can let underneath plays happen as it's a sack. Devondre Sweat with the pressure up the middle. That's what we need from the rookie out of Texas. If he could develop well, we're going to see great numbers from him. And so again, we force upon here with this Colts team. It will be Turpin, and we're going to let this one go into the end zone. Hopefully go into the end zone. They may put some backspin on it, and they do. They down at us at the 10. So back to work we go. We need good blocking here from our wide receivers. We're going to look for a hole, at least try to find a hole. But to end the first quarter, we're going to look for the running back coming out of the backfield, as we're going to go to him here. And he's going to have speed. Tajay Spears, 3rd and inches. And so here we go. To start the second quarter, a big 3rd and 1 run, as it will be picked up. And so we'll keep running the football here. As out to the outside, we're going to have Tony Pollard with the speed here to the edge, getting 5. And so that's a great feeling to be able to have some success running the football here. This pressure coming again. We're going to go to Ridley on the outside. He's got the speed to get himself out to the outside. We have no shot with EJ Speed to keep up with him there. So things are looking good with Traylon Burks lead blocking here. We're going to go screenplay out to the outside. Just a little bit. We spin back into the block, but past Jalen Jones, we get ourselves another 1st down. And I honestly think it's probably the worst team that we've played so far. That's the problem. This Titans schedule is very, very tough, as we have the big fella wide open. Okonkwo down the sideline here. Doesn't have the best juke in the world, but still, getting open is huge. There's nobody on top of the center. We're going to run right behind him here. A-gap run as it's going to open up. Tony Pollard running away from everybody here. Good juke. He's got us at the 12, but the worst offense in the league. We're finally putting things together here. Out running, dominating TOP against the other team. What about even the read option here? Is we're going to give this one. Tajay Spears getting himself forward, but it is going to be 3rd and 4. We're at the look, and we're going to scramble. No, set our feet. I see it, and that's going to be complete to Boyd. What a pass in from Will Levis. Past 2 games, I'm figuring out that we can play quarterback with the guy as long as we settle down and don't have to chuck balls deep. This isn't like regular Madden. Jump balls aren't fun. This is throw it underneath, consistent offense, dominate time of possession, and we can get ourselves leads. And so that drive from us was 9 minutes. 6 minutes and 9-10 plays out of it there, as we also do have 140 yards on the day so far. Great job there as we get stiff arm. Jonathan Taylor running free with 4:20 on the clock. They're going to go pass the play again here, sitting, rolling out to the outside. We get pressure, but here to man we go. Devondre Sweat getting pressure up the middle. This one's lobbed out to the outside. That was a bad throw there, but we're going man-to-man on Michael Pittman in the middle. As we're sitting on it, they throw. It's another bad one out, as it's been Anthony Richardson struggling in today's game, pressure getting to him, and again we force him to punt. This is unexpected and definitely not what we were looking for today, but I will definitely take it. As with Turpin, we're going to let this one bounce here again, maybe, as it bounces all the way back and down to the 19. But we're going to try here to run this football. Again, 4 minutes left. We'll eventually have to go to the air, as we're going to cut this one back here, as it's Tony Pollard out to the outside. Good juke. He's got 7. And this is the Tony Pollard that we want. This is the Tony Pollard that we paid for. It just took us so long to figure things out. But I'm not saying we figured it all out just yet, as we're going to try to cut this one back up a little bit. But I'm waiting for Ridley to come free one-on-one on this outside. Maybe we could throw it deep. It's not going to happen there, but underneath, we're going to be able to hit this to Boyd. But this is probably going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. So I'd love to pick up a 1st down here and be cool about it, as we do get the 1st down and more up to the 48. But with the 2-minute warning, it's 14-0. If we could put another score, that would be an absolute great feeling. One of the first big leads that we've had a chance to play with here as we go out to the outside. Tony Pollard getting up the field and getting out. But we have to be safe. 2 high safeties underneath. We're going to go to Okonkwo again, but now to a 4 verticals look at least just one time here. As a cross, we're going to try to lob it in, and we get hit, but there's a flag, a late flag out, as this one will be a pass interference. They're going to call it on Okonkwo for not letting him clear. EJ Speed, the one getting called. And so we get lucky with that call. Honestly, that should not be the case, is getting out of the backfield. We're going to throw this one up and over in to Ridley, who's looking down as it's a timeout now from the Colts. They want the ball back. But this is what you can get from Will Levis sometimes. We've seen it in real life. We've seen it here. He's got his games where he can throw the ball and looks like one of the best strong-arm quarterbacks in the league as Tony Pollard finds his way into the end zone. But going up 21-0 in this first half is amazing for us, especially for our worst offense rated in the NFL. But 8 plays, 81 yards, 2.5 minutes. So the Colts are going to be looking for something here as they go now more pressure up the middle, getting to work. But the blitz combos have worked. So sometimes I am going to go back to the blitz combos, even in this 2-minute drill type situation. I'm thinking as we're going to be sitting underneath, looking or rolling across here. They're going to throw it in, and they threw it almost right to us. I thought they were throwing it to the closer guy, so they got lucky with that one there. In all honesty, that should have been an interception across the board perfectly here. They're going to throw this one underneath. Good coverage. But notice no shots to the number 1 receiver on the outside. That is exactly what we're looking for. It's even underneath. Good coverage there. But L'Jarius Sneed is such a step up from Roger McCreary, and I hate to say it that way, as they're going to hit again. Good hit. A man-to-man here against Alec Pierce. We're rolling with this one here across, as it's going to be Anthony Richardson running away, trying to break a tackle, and he doesn't do it. But with no timeouts, as long as we get a tackle in bounds, we could maybe hold this team here, as they're going to be looking underneath, and we'll let them throw it underneath here. Is it going to be to the outside, getting the breakup? No, but the clock's going to run here. They have to get down. They have to spike this football here. They're looking to spike it. Clock 6, 5, 4, and they are going to go ahead and get the spike with 1 second remaining. And so lucky they did get Gay in for the kick. Joe Flacco in for the hold, as this one will be up and good. And so in the second half, we do start with the football. So we're starting on the ground here. We have to just keep Tony Pollard getting fed here. 6.3 yards per carry. And Will Levis, 13 of 15 here to start today as well. That is huge, as Pollard does get wrapped up bad. But EJ Speed one-on-one with Ridley here. This could be an easy hit for this first down, as we're going to hit it, and he does catch it. And so we're not looking for any big plays. We are already in shoe clock. Have to be smart about it here, as the end of round is going to open up here. Calvin Ridley, the outside. He gets a yard, but to the pass again we go, as we are going to snap it. Screenplay underneath as it gets jumped. That's exactly what you cannot have happen. Blackman jumps it, pick 6 here. It's going to be 21-10. Colts trying to fight their way back into this game. We're going to get back on offense. Not how we wanted to start the second half. And so let's hit the reset button here. But now instead, 11 points separate the teams. This kick out of the back of the end zone. But we're going to go for easy passes here up and underneath, as we're going to hit this one in. Spears getting up the field. He's going to get up to the 45. But I want to involve the read option as well, too, as we're going to pull this one here. Will Levis to the outside, almost broke free. He's going to lose 5. But it's now 2nd and 15. And we have to make it work here. Underneath Okonkwo, we miss him. And so we have a chance here to give them back the ball already. Here is looking, and we take a sack. DeForest Buckner, the one getting in, and halfway through this third quarter, we are just having no success. We're having no luck, no movement, no anything. This punt, Brownlee coming down to make the tackle along with Roger McCreary, as it will be returned, as we're going to need to lock in as they go pitch to the outside, man-to-man cover. Jonathan Taylor wrapped up, but now blitz. Sitting on this here, as they're going to launch this one deep and out of bounds. Anthony Richardson paranoid in that pocket there, and so our defense will continue to do its job. Force 3rd and longs, as we're looking again here. Maybe just dump it off underneath. We just need to rally and tackle. We missed the tackle. Great, and they have the first down. And so they go back to work. Another pitch play to the outside, and it's Jeffrey Simmons out there. Loss of 6 yards, but now they go 2nd and 16 underneath. Is this one here? Anthony Richardson rolling, running. He looks to eventually take off and just throws it out. And so we're trying not to drink it this time. Cedric Gray comes in at linebacker. He's going to be dropping to the middle of the field. But they go screenplay. And with Gray, we just need to get over and help out Jerome Baker wrap up that one. And so we force a punt. Kevontae Turpin back there again on the return, looking for a lane here. Still can't believe he was cut by the Cowboys. And the problem is they just had injuries, and the reason why is Turpin hit free agency because they lost so many different players, had to make some moves, had to bring some guys up from the practice squad. But it's 2nd and 10, and we're going to go back to the run here again. This time it's opening up the middle, as we are going to hit this for a first down. That's how we can get things to work. 1st and 10 again, as we're going to go quick out to Spears. Spears out of the backfield is so dangerous for us, and I would love to look for Ridley again here on a crossing route, but it's not going to be the case. Instead of Okonkwo, the big fella, just getting out of bounds. But with it 1st and 10, no high safeties like this. I do want to test a shot, as that's not going to work. We had the opportunity. We had the man open. It's just the blitz there caught us slipping. As we're looking across, and Okonkwo again burns it. Bad placement on the pass. But the 4th quarter, he's going to be here. And if safeties creep like this, could be another blitz play coming out. As we're going to hit this up the seam. Okonkwo able to hold on in 4 verticals as he continues to dominate for us. Will Levis having himself a day other than the pick 6. And so 2 straight days of good football as we're going to go to a screenplay out. Ridley out to the sideline. He's going to get us into the 5. But on 2nd and goal, we are going to throw it, as this one will be interesting. I don't know how we can fit this here. Bad ball to the outside as it's dropped, knocked down. In all honesty, not the intended receiver on that, as we're going to look here again. Send to the outside. Okonkwo. We're going to find him, though, for a touchdown. 28-10, 4th quarter. We are looking strong, looking like we have a chance here to earn ourselves a win. And so this kick will be up and good. 28-10 in this ball game. And today we've held the Colts so far to 110 yards. That is it. Offensively, they have struggled. Defensively, we have played one of our best games yet. To the outside, this one. Baker in coverage. Jarrell Baker getting burned off by Adonai Mitchell in the corner. And they're going to the hurry up already. They're going to the pass attempts here. Weird H-batch look from the 2 receivers. They go quick to the outside again. We do miss the tackle there. But I do not like Baker in that look. As they're going to go again here underneath. Maybe throw it to the outside. Jonathan Taylor one-on-one against Snead. He can't make the tackle. Well, my answer to this is going to be blitz. We're going to try to bring pressure up the middle here. As we do get pressure on, he throws it out. But they're really trying to throw themselves back into this game here, as it will be quick to the outside. They're going to throw it across. It's caught down here with 4. And so then they go 5 wide. We're sitting in the middle, sitting underneath. They're going to throw it. It's going to be caught. Touchdown here from Jonathan Taylor. And so they're going to get themselves back into this game again. It's 11-score ball game, or 11-point. But that drive, 6 plays, 69 yards. It was hurry up the entire way. And Kevontae Turpin will have the chance to return. Still a lot of football left to play. We need to string together a very good drive here. Is up the middle looking for a lane. But we're going to start off with the run. And this may be a run in which we do bounce it out to the outside. But no, DeForest Buckner in the middle. He just meets us right away. But to the screenplay we go out to the outside. He's got to beat out there. But no, Jalen Jones was able to track him down. But I do like Ridley one-on-one. But there's a flag. And that flag is going to be a delay of game as we were trying to set things up. It will be called on us. And so 3rd and 20. Need to put this together here. Okonkwo to the outside. We're going to pick it up. 3rd and 20. 7 catches, 130 yards for the big tight end. That is a game changer right there. Our ability to hit that is huge. As Tyjae Spears looking for a run. Not going to get anything. But even if we do nothing on this drive, that's going to take off at least another 2 minutes. That first down right there. That's how important it is in a game of wasting clock here. Spin around this block. We get a couple more. But now the stick concept. 3rd and 4. We're looking Traylon Burks. Can he bring in this catch? That'll be huge, but no, he drops it. And so we do it to punt it away. And again, we're trying to pin him deep. And wow, with Stonehouse, we do it again. Have to get down there and recover. We're down to the 2-yard line, and we're bringing our people. We're bringing pressure here. Up the middles, they're going to go run. We bring blitz. Jonathan Taylor to the outside's got a big lane breaking through, and it's going to be 2nd and 1. And now they have life. They have breathable room here is underneath. They're going to hit this crosser here as they're going to throw this one so deep instead. Oh my goodness, what a knockout there. Uzi going for step with Pittman. Game-changing play again. That could have been crazy, but they are going to go to the air here. Underneath, we're going to try to break it up. We miss it there. It's going to go to Woods. And so 3:10 left. They're going to keep this rolling here. Underneath, pressure. No, it's going to be Anthony Richardson running away from everybody here. He takes a shot, but 28 points has been unheard of for us this season. So nice to see. Is underneath. No, to the outside, a bad throw. And so I love this look that we're given so far. Underneath. We got it on top. Gray, can we get the sack? Gray, what a play. And so one more time, 3rd and 8. Can we make this stop here? Underneath a bad throw. It's going to be caught and picked up for the first down after a broken tackle and more. Brown's in as well now. We subbed out our linebackers. Our linebackers are gassed. We're bringing in fresh guys here. Underneath, they throw corner route. It's open in cover 2. And they're looking ready to score, but we're changing it up. We're going to the cover 3. Away from cover 2, away from man-to-man. Hopefully this will help us out a little bit. They go screenplay. We're running, chasing down. We almost miss, and we do miss a tackle, and they have almost a first down, 2nd and inches. And so 2nd and inches, 2-minute warning starting here. Slants concepts out to the outside. It's going to be completed, and he walks out of bounds. That one should have been a touchdown, as now they're going to go to the outside. It's going to be right back to him, though. They punch it in. It's going to be 24-28, unless they go for 2 here, and they will go for 2. Minute 53 left on the clock. They are going to go ahead and actually run this one, and at least try to, and Jonathan Taylor trucks through. 3 points separate us. The second half outscoring us greatly here, but we just need 1 first down to end it. That is it. 1 first down. As Kevontae Turpin, we are going to return this one here. We're going to look for a lane. Not going to find it down there at the 26, but they're obviously bringing blitz. No high safety looks. As we're going to try to run this one up the middle. Try to go Tony Pollard. They burned the first one. And so the run we go again. They're pinching the box. So we're going to try to hit with Tony Pollard up the middle. That's going to be 3rd and 2. And so this is it right here. Double team on Buckner. Can we pick this up? 3rd and 2. Up the middle. Tony Pollard's got it. And we call game today after a great run. And so 28-25, we finally got a win in Tennessee Titans franchise. So many ups, so many downs to get to this point. The last couple of games have all been close outside of the Houston Texans game, but having a win on the board for us is very, very nice. It may have dropped us in the draft, but it always is good to get a win. Some good balls there. Okonkwo, what a day from him. I see him going crazy for us. And so we did put a win on the board, but we are still dead last. That happens. You know, when you only win 3 football games, we're tied with the New York Jets. Looking at the league standings here, we are bottom of the totem pole, which means first overall pick. Thank you, brother. But also the Raiders, Panthers, Giants, still all in the running there. Jets as well. Jets have been there, but this is awesome to see that we are sitting pretty. The Jacksonville Jaguars, though, we do play them, and that will be interesting. But in some roster moves this week, I am going to make an interesting one, and that is signing Quentin Lake off of the Rams practice squad. I think he can come in and play safety for us very well, but that does mean we need to remove somebody off of our roster. And as much as I would love to take Gabe Judy Lally off our roster, it's actually going to be Justin Hardy Sr. He's 30 years old. Don't really see him fitting anything long-term at all, as you are going to be sent down to the practice squad. And so he's not going to be starting right away. It's going to be James Williams still on top of him, but I like Quentin Lake. I really liked him for the Rams. Thought maybe he could make a splash. But in another move this week, we may see some more of Myjai Sanders coming into play just a bit. Devondre Sweat still in the middle. We know how good he is. We play the Jacksonville Jaguars, I do believe, this week. And we are 3.5 point underdogs. Looking at it here, rushing yards, they beat us. Passing yards, they beat us. Third down conversions, we beat them. But that's about it as this continues to go along, except for our defense is just a little bit better. But before we jump into the game, want to look at some of the guys we need to re-sign, and it's going to be Jerome Baker. He is one of them there, and we're going to try to lowball him on an offer just for 2 years. Can he come back on something like this? And he will. And I think we are going to bring back Westbrook Nikine. That's going to be an offer that it will make sense if we bring him back for another 2 years, as something on the team isn't right. The money isn't right. Something to improve. He's going to sign. But this is the last guy. I think I'm really looking at Dylan Randon's at the offensive line position is huge. Anytime you rebuild an offensive line, you're going to need to spend the money. And him coming in and willing to come in for cheap is huge. No free safeties, or no strong safety, but free safeties. All of them are hitting. Quandre Diggs, do we want to bring him back? That is the question. And I think we're going to let him walk. But Jack Gibbons, one of those guys we could see walk. We haven't seen him play at all this year since he's been healthy. I would have to give him a really low offer if he was really interested. But he's not going to want to even look at this contract offer. So that's fine. We can move on. But in one last offer, Sebastian Joseph Day. He's a trade target. He's a bridge player, as we are going to try to offer him, but he does not want to come back. But in this game today, can we put it all together? Playing the Jaguars once more, and if we take away the 2 bad games, we're figuring out how to play modded Madden, and take away the 9 interceptions we threw in 2 games, 4 and then 5 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Will Levis, the question is, has he been good? I would say yes. And so it's going to be interesting to see if that can hold true, if that is a true statement right there, as they're going to go ahead and return this one down the field. We wrap up, and out comes Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence back from injury, struggled throughout the season a little bit. Mac Jones had to come in back for the last couple of games, and they're looking at a top draft pick, same as us. But today we're going to go man-to-man here to start. Interesting. Not a normal look for us to go man-to-man, but it's going to be a crosser open, and that's why, because it's Brian Thomas getting open. So the blitz is very hit or miss, as they're going to go trips out now. Williams in at running back. I don't know where Tank Bigsby, I don't know where the rest of this lineup is. We'll have to check the injury report as Trevor Lawrence takes a shot. This is one thing we didn't look at, as the Jaguars are going to be without Dearness Johnson and Etienne. But I don't know where Tank Bigsby is. But I think that's Pierre Strong in now at running back, because they're going to pitch out to him. And Pierre Strong's got the side. If James Williams has anything to say about it, it's not going to come true. Good stop there. As you see, we still have our own injuries. Gibbons out until next week. Lloyd Cushberry and more. But it's going to be 3rd and 1. If they try to run it, we should be able to stop it. We're going man-to-man here across, as they completely pick us up perfectly, as Christian Kirk running to the end zone. They made that look so easy, as now they're going to go run here. Baker, good fill in from the slot corner position as we do bring him down, but I expect him to go to the pitch play again here. They did it once, as it is not a pitch play, it's a stretch play, as Williams gets juked out of his shoes this time, as it's a Jaguars touchdown. Pierre Strong, the running back, getting in there. The former New England Patriot, former Cleveland Brown, now Jacksonville Jaguar man is in for the score. And while the ball knowledge may be elite for Pierre Strong, the elite offense isn't the case for the Tennessee Titans, as we got to come back out. But if the Jacksonville Jaguars can score, then maybe so can we, as we're going to start with the air here, quick to the outside. We're going to get this one out to Spears, and he's got Lloyd on the corner. No, that's a Luakon. He's out running out there. But 2nd and 4, again here running this football. So it will be Spears getting getting this first down. And so we're doing good so far. We're making things happen. Penalty coming out. We're going to try to step up with Will Levis, and we're going to take this sack. Could be a holding call. Probably is a holding call on our offensive line, as it will be a Logan Bruss getting called with it. And moving Dylan Branditz to the outside is what we needed to do, as you look him out there. But that means the backup guard is in there, and we are suffering because of it. As we're going to be looking now across, trying to fire one in. Okonkwo, great catch. Last week he did good. Hopefully it could be more of the same today. But we're looking to run this for the first down here. 2nd and 1. They push forward as it is going to be picked up. And we haven't seen Tony Pollard yet, who will finally come in here. Jaguars a little bit light on the interior today. Is Vanette great blocking to push out of the way from the fullback spot. But now Ridley, I want to get him involved. We're going to go screen play out to the outside. We don't get the blocking we need. And so 3rd and 5. Have to pick this up in the middle. Boyd, good catch. But we're going to continue to roll here. As we're going to roll out, dump this one off to Boyd one more time. But we're looking good so far. Backside slant's going to hit. Ridley, good catch. Ridley running away, almost breaking a tackle there. But if they can go on a long drive, so can we. First quarter already almost over in this game. As we're going to hit this crosser open. I see him. It's caught. Burks, 2 touchdowns in 2 games back. Who would have thought Treylon Burks actually making a big impact here? Maybe that should be Nick Westbrook-Nikine, but Treylon Burks got open there on the drag and he was able to punch it in for the score. Maybe this is a comeback arc that we weren't prepared for mentally. Good catch, good touchdown. So the first quarter is almost over. Only 53 seconds left, and the Jaguars on their second drive start off with a run, but T'Vondre Sweat in the middle. The wide receiver number 1 is an absolute animal, and we intend to continue to go to him. Here's underneath, bad pass. He's going to be a staple for our team. Baker in on the inside, Brownlee out. Maybe need to move that around, but Hooker coming down. Now we're watching for any quick crossers. We're all over. It's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars running away on the other side. Trevor Lawrence going down. And so after 2 very long drives, our next offensive drive is going to open up to start this second quarter. But I want to go on another long drive here to start. I think that's going to be a biggest part of our game, is just controlling the clock. But we were the worst offense in the league. Last game, we weren't. This game, hopefully we can't as well. So we're going to break this one for a first down. But if they're going to let us run the football like this, we will continue to do it. As it's Tony Pollard running away from everybody for 8 yards. But on 2nd and 2, another one here. Spears up, as we're going to look for a hole up the middle, and we are going to find it. And so we got ourselves a little bit of a game manager here in Will Levis. Up the middle, we're going to go a QB draw that's going to fit for maybe a yard, but we are going for the air here. Sending across, we're going to hit Okonkwo across the middle, and he gets in for the catch on the double move. So we're going to go back to the run with Tony Pollard again, as this one's going to open up a breakaway style run, but there is going to be a holding call, more than likely nailed on against us at the guard spot. I think I saw Peter Skoronski holding. No, it's Logan Bruss again getting called. And so Nicholas Petit-Free may be coming in at that guard spot if we continue to have issues there. As we're looking, crosser, a lot of time in the pocket, but a missed throw. And catches. Darby's out there in coverage. So that makes it 2nd and 20 here. And we're going to have to really push. So we're going to hit this up the seam here, as we are completely outmatched. I wanted us to go up for it, but no. Not the case. Just disappointing in all sense of the imagination here, as the screen pass doesn't even fit in. And so we do have to punt, and it's going to be Stonehouse nailing this one up, and it's in the end zone. Unfortunately, can't get a good punt every single time, as we could maybe hit it out, but not the case. But it's 7-all with the Jaguars taking back over. Run up the middle. No. Pass play, but we blitz into it perfectly. Cover 3 look, was biting on the run, turned it in to go after the quarterback, and we get Trevor Lawrence. Risky play that does end up working out. Definitely not going to go run here, right? No, they do go run up the middle, and we fill. It's going to make it 3rd and 12, and it's going to be Pierre Strong leaking out of the backfield. Pass across the middle, completed and down, but it's going to lead to another Jaguars punt. So the Turpin now is going to have the return here up the middle. I see the hole. We try to break it back to the outside. Not going to happen. But with 3:36 left on the clock, we're going to start off with a run, and they pinch us very, very well against it. And so we are going to be backed up here a little bit. We're going to go quick out to a screen to the outside, hit it, but Ridley can't break the tackle. If we run that play, we really have to lean on getting the ball to Calvin Ridley earlier, but still it's tough. How about this one though? We try to hit to Ridley, but it's a missed ball. We started the game 7 for 7. Since then, now we're 9 of 15 in this game. Rough look, as it will be returned here. Good hit from Brownlee, but we did take almost no time off the clock as they go run here up the middle. We try to fill, and we do. Pierre Strong getting nowhere. No, it's not even Pierre Strong. That is going to be Williams, but this is what Battle of the Bad does look like. It's just not good plays here. As we're sitting, looking, as now he's going to throw it out of bounds. Thought he was trying to throw it across body. So another 3rd and 8. Again, almost no time taken off the clock. They go pass. Sitting across the middle, we're rolling with it here. as they throw it underneath strong. Can we just make the tackle? James Williams doing his job, and we're going to burn a timeout because I do want the football back. And so again, Turpin getting active today in the return department. We're looking for a hole. He's not going to find it, but we're going to the air here, trying to get it to work. Quick across to Boyd. Boyd's getting to the outside. He doesn't have the speed. The old man can't do it. But we go to now a mesh concept having out, as we're going to go out to the outside. Aquanquo getting enough to get upfield, and the big tight end is fast. Whenever he gets the ball in his hands, he can make a move. So we're looking good here. Underneath, we're going to hit this one to Ridley. Ridley falling down, 2nd and 1. Now I want to do a little bit of a rollout. Problem is it's not going to work, but one will work, as Aquanquo not holding on to this football. Apparently thought he was going to get it. And so we do go to the pass here. Underneath, can we complete it? Can we get this first down? As that's Nick Akine, Westbrook Akine, making the grab. It's a huge play there, even as Oliver now comes in as well. As we're going to hit this one to Akine again in the window. He makes another good play. It's a position battle between him and Traylon Burks. And honestly, I don't know who's winning at this point. Back and forth they go. You guys let me know which one you want to see. As we're going to dial this ball in, and it's not caught. But we're going to look end zone here. As we're going to hit this one up and over the top, as it will not be caught. So 25 seconds left on the clock. We're looking in the window. Aquanquo, big fella, can't hold on. And so we will take a field goal here. 20 seconds left. At least get ourselves a lead in this game. But the Jaguars are going to have a little bit of time to maybe do something. We will see. But with 13 seconds left after a decent return, it looks like they are going to go for it. They're going to try to push this football here. They go to a 4 verticals concept. We're running up the seam. Instead, they dump it off, and he's tackled, wrapped up, and no timeouts being burned. And so we look on with the play clock hitting 0 to the second half. But in the second half, we are starting with the football here, as it's going to be a run play first for Spears, who's going to pick up 5. It's good to have him back healthy. But Tony Pollard still is RB number 1. As we try to go to him, we bounce it to the outside. We got a lot of space to run. Good juke move here. But he's 5 for 5 on the day. 5 carries and 5 yards per carries. We go down now, only gaining 2 with Spears again. But we're just waiting for something to burst here. Some sort of coverage look. Because underneath it will just be Ridley nice and easily. The 3rd and 1. This is a big one to pick up. Stretch play to the outside. Good blocking from Aquanquo, and we're able to hit it through. 1st and 10. And no interceptions. Just a whole lot of great plays here. As we're going to hit this one underneath. Good job in for Ridley, but it's to the play action we go. This is where it gets in as we're looking, crossing, setting our feet, and that's a touchdown. Oh my goodness. We should have gotten that one in. Should have been easy. As we're going to throw this up to Westbrook Akine, and it's intercepted there. He had the jump up, and that's a bad pick thrown. I just said it a little bit earlier. The interceptions aren't happening. Well, now they do. And so now we're going to try to bring blitz, get after Trevor Lawrence. But Trevor Lawrence pulls this one, and we can't deliver a big shot on him or bring him down. But we're going to bring pressure on Lawrence here as they bring man in motion. We're coming down. Off the edge, though, James Williams, we're not able to get him for the sack, but it's finished off here from the other safety. Armani Hooker, the safety blitz works. And so that's how pressure will work, is now they go run on 2nd and 25. Good tackle. And so it's 3rd and 18. A long way to go. And a big stop potentially in this game here. It's looking up, now across, as they're going to throw it off underneath, bouncing off the back of an Ingram. We're rotating people down as we're going to a squeeze block. Not going to happen. Good blocking on the outside. Kamate Turpin. No blockers for him here, as we're just going to try to get a couple. But the long ball did not work last time, so we need to go back to our bread and butter, which is letting our wide receivers run. But we definitely need weapons here. Now to the run one more time. It will be Spears getting the way through, as he will get 6 yards here on the run, having one of his best days of the season. But Tony Pollard's a little banged up. Fatigue getting to him here, as they're going to run it one more time as we try to get forward. But Andre Cisco, one of the best young safeties in the league, holds us short. So we need to pick this up. 1st and 10 incoming, as long as we can get this pass into Wiley, and we do. I'm happy about that. But now pitch play out to the outside. Tony Pollard, can we get this edge? Oh, we're trying to sprint out there, but we're chased down by Trayvon Walker, a loss of 4 yards. And so we have a long way to go here. Across the middle, though, we're going to find Ridley. Ridley's going to get a couple of yards in, trying to trip his way forward, almost gaining that 1st down. But to the outside we go. Sprint out, easy 1st down again on a 3rd and short. But the 4th quarter is here. A weird third it was. Back and forth we went. 10-7's the score, but 4 verticals here to start. Maybe looking end zone shot here, but it's not going to work. We had Tyler Boyd against Andrew Wingard, but it will be now another run here. Good block in from Traylon Burks, and that's one thing he is good at, is blocking from the receiver position. But today, 300 yards of total offense for the worst rated offense. But to pick it up, we're going to try to run the ball here with Spears up the middle, as we get completely swallowed up, and that's the center getting beat. And so Eric Armstead on the play, but it will be a field goal from Folk, and this one up and good. And we are up now 13-7 in this game. Still a 1-score game though. But looking at it here, they did go ahead and get a very, Very good return all the way down the field. Our third string safety was managing to track him down. That was Wood there. And so it's 1st and 10 in great field position. They go counter here to start. Pierre stronger to the outside, wrapped up. But now we go run play as it is going to be up the middle with Strong. Worried about Trevor Lawrence pulling here. As you see, points allowed. Our season rank is 30 today, only 7. But again, like I said, it's battle of the bad, maybe even battle of the worst in the NFL. Probably the 2 worst teams as they're going to throw this one to the outside. It's complete in, almost a touchdown, but it's going to be another pass. We're going to look crosser. No, to the outside. Great coverage on there, but it is going to be a touchdown to Jones. Jones getting in, as that is Tim Jones with the score. Interesting name there, Tim Jones. Wow. They are deep in their bag of receivers. And so now we're down by 1. Unfortunate spot to be in, though. Jackson with a good return, getting up the field to the 35. Looking at Will Levis' stats today, 21 of 32, 202 and a touchdown. So go to the air, we will here. Sitting on it underneath. Looking now across, Traylon Burks backside. Great route. We just miss him. Unfortunately there, because that's one of the best routes I've seen him run since coming back. This now it's going to be to the air again underneath. We're going to go to it. He takes a hard shot, though. Boyd does. Oh, it's a too high safety look. Maybe we can go ahead here. We're going to hit this one to the outside. Is this a penalty on the field? This could be pass interference. Ridley stopped from getting to the outside. Instead, it's going to be holding on the offense, and that is going to be J.C. Latham off the edge. So we do have to punt this ball away. Stonehouse knocking it deep here. Great punt is Brownlee coming down to make a tackle. Can we do it on Harrison? Great stop there. And so 6 and 13. Now on that clock, as it will be a run to the outside. So far in this game, we've held them to only 115 yards of total offense, which is just crazy. As they go run play here again, and we're able to bottle it up. Sebastian Joseph Day in the middle. But we're bringing blitz here. Man in motion. We're following as they're going to snap it. We're looking quick. Maybe a blitz as he throws it out of bounds. It's a bad throw from him, and he's squared by the pressure. And so Turpin on the return. Can we make it happen here? Great blocking. As I see the lane up the middle. Oh, we could break ourselves 3. We almost did. Oh my goodness. But late in this game, all we need to do is run out the clock and take a field goal or score a touchdown. But Wingard on Okonkwo over there. That's a matchup nightmare for them, I'm pretty sure, as we're going to go to it no matter what here. Good catch. But the clock's winding down, and we go to the air one more time. Okonkwo again, we have him and we just miss him. So unfortunate, as we will go to a screen pass here. Just out to Spears. Get him up the field. Good job. Wingard pushes us out, but the clock will continue to run because the knee went down. It's 3rd and 4. Looking underneath again. It's going to be nice and easy on the slant, and so we can kind of slow things down just a little bit here. Out to Traylon Burks. Good blocks. Traylon Burks, good spin move. He's in now the 15-yard line. And so after the 2-minute warning, we're going to go to the run. Really try to slow things down even more. It's going to be Tony Pollard up the middle for 4, but he's slow to get up. Does make it back to the backfield. We're running with him again up the middle, right at Aluakon here. As up the middle, we get completely swallowed up this time, and they burn a timeout. And so the pass we go here, and we're going to go to Ridley. It's a bad ball. Out of bounds. Are you kidding me? And so settle for a field goal we do. Up and good from Folk. Felt it all the way, and we have a lead late in the game. Battle of the bad, 16-14. As long as we can tackle and make a stop here, that's going to be big as they get all the way up to the 33, but it's just a field goal. That's all the Jacksonville Jaguars need, but it will be a pass, and it will definitely only be passes. Out to the outside. It's already a big catch. No, good defense. And so it's cover 3. That's what we're going with here. Corner looks underneath, backside. Trevor Lawrence scrambling. He's got a lot of room to run. Amani Hooker can't bring him down, and he's past the 50. A risky play there that does pay off for the Jaguars. They're going to look underneath. No, cover 2. They split it, and that's a touchdown there. Christian Kirk, we're going to let him walk in because we need this ball back. Are you joking? A strike and a cover 2 across the middle. They've been slow rolling all day long. No deep shots out of Lawrence, and finally he winds up and throws one long, and so we start. Maybe a game-winning drive here. Turpin up the middle, out down at the 30. 35 seconds left. That's 2 safeties sitting really close, high up on the field. I don't know what the look is fair from that. We're going to step up as we're going to maybe try to throw this one back across the field a little bit, but it will be now to the air. Pass across. No, sacked. Ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're going to take it into the end zone, and that's how we're going to end it. Well, we're going to come back on offense, try to chuck it deep, but what a tough loss there. And so we try to go to work here. Crossing, no, we have pressure on us right away. I have to burn a timeout. 14 seconds left in this game, as we're just getting burned off the edge here, as I'm just throwing this one up. Maybe we can fit it in, and we almost do to Ridley. So 8 seconds remaining in this game. We're going to get hit as we throw, hit him in the leg, and so we're going to try to chuck this one up. We have a lot of time here in this pocket. Finally, We would have been nice to have that earlier as this ball gets tipped up, almost picked off, but there's a flag on the play, and it will be pass interference. So the game can end on a defensive penalty, and so we will continue. We'll get one free play. So on a final play, here we go, out to the outside, and we get Hisby throw. And it's the story of the game as we drop it here. Not able to pick up the win. The Jacksonville Jaguars and Doug Peterson's job may be safe here with a couple of stringed other wins to end the season. Maybe we're in the hot seat, but we still have a lot of franchise, a lot of rebuild still left to go. And so with the last game of the season here, this is what the layout looks like in the AFC. Very, very tight. But it's the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Chargers, the Denver Broncos all fighting for playoff spots here, looking at the standings. It's actually the Dolphins that climbed all the way back from, I think, 2-6, and that's it. Fighting for the playoff spots. The Dolphins could get in, and they actually lost last week. So they were on a massive winning streak in the NFC. This is how it all turned out here. Tommy DeVito led him to some wins. You got to love to see it. If we go over to stats, Tommy DeVito, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Not great, but looking at the rankings so far, we are still dead last. Worst in the NFL. We play the Houston Texans this week. We do not get Quandre Diggs back. We're not going to re-sign him. Look at the rest of this list. The only one I want to bring back is really Ryan Stonehouse. Jack Gibbons, maybe. Sebastian Joseph Day, we gave him an offer. He didn't take it. But there's a lot of money spent out here, and there's not a lot of holes that I'm really looking to fill with some of these guys. But heading into the last game of the season, these are the stats for Will Levis. 17 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. I'm going to be honest, outside of the 9 interceptions we threw across 2 games, 17 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. Not bad from him. Not bad from Will Levis. Stats do matter. Tony Pollard, though, where is he looking at in the stats category? 897 yards. Will not get 1,000. In fact, last week did struggle a lot to get things going on the ground. Had a great week against Indy, but Calvin Ridley not even at 1,000 yards in his own right here. Looking at the game logs, about 60, 50, 68, 79, 47, and 23 since we took over. One of the guys that's done really well is Chika Okonkwo. Ever since we took over here, the tight end out of Maryland has turned into an absolute beast for us. But in a major change this week, Logan Bruss will be out at the guard spot. Only problem is we don't really have anybody that can fill. So it looks like it's going to be Dylan Brunskill on the other side. And then at center, Corey Levin's going to come in to start in the middle. But against the Texans today, they're going to be without Stephon Diggs. ACL tear out for the season. Christian Harris injured. Fasuke is also hurt. Eric Murray. They've just got a ton of injuries across the board. But Joe Mixon's led the way for them this year. He's been an absolute staple for this team. Robert Woods getting a lot of time due to injuries to Stephon Diggs. Tank Dell, Nico Collins creating most of the attention. Schultz in as well. And so it all ends here this season. All ends with a bad record and the Houston Texans still to go. Can we pull off the upset against them? Can we force them to 9-8 on the season? I'll tell you one thing. We're going to see a lot of different players get in the game today, figuring out who's going to be our leads heading into next year. As Jaquan Jackson on the return here, Kevontae Turpin also leading the way. There's a hole up the middle as we're going to go ahead and hit it and not get much. But again, with Will Levis, I think the answer is yes. I think Will Levis can be good enough for us here. 17 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. I know the numbers aren't good, but take away 2 games, and I think we're fine. But Tony Pollard up the middle to start here on the run. Peter Skoronski is going to try to get the block by the center. The new center in there, not great for leaving, but we're going to a pass underneath here. Rolling out, getting chased down here as they just have to throw it away. So 3rd and 9 early. We're going to have to get things rolling. Chika Okonkwo across the middle. He's got the catch. So after all that, we get the ball back here. We're going to scramble out, and we're alone out here, and we're going to try to get the field, but they do a really good job coming downhill. Is that Lassier out there? I think that is. And so bad look, but now we go to a screenplay on the outside. Bad blocking from Westbrook Nikine, but now they go to the cover 3. Sitting across as we're going to go out to Okonkwo as it's almost intercepted, knocked down instead as he's Al Shahir there in coverage. But now we need to pin them deep. It's going to be Stonehouse up, and wow, good ball is going to land right at about the 5-yard line. Need to down it as we do go ahead and catch it at the 17. Oh, Joe Mixon at running back. We're going to need to shut him down. Man in motion, though. We got to go across as they're going to hit this up the seam. Broken coverage there completely to start, which is great. But with Murray coming back, Jerome Baker coming back for next year, it's going to be fun to use both of these two. Scrambling out. They're going to head throw sidearm here, and that's completed in. But now we're going to cover 2. Man-to-man look as it's another somebody jumped here. This time, I think Devondre Sweat is going to be the one getting called with it. But they jumped right before that, so it's 5 up and 5 back here. They're going on formation, and Quinton Link is getting his first appearance here as he will come in and actually get a sack. Is that Quinton Lake getting in? That is. Great play there. And he actually won the starting spot over Wood. We really decided to give it to him, as now they go run play here out to the outside. We need to stop Joe Mixon, and we do. And so we're dropping everybody deep. Cover 3, 3rd and 17. They go screen play here. Out to the outside. Murray just got to wrap up. 38-yard lines where they get stopped. And so this will be a long field goal for Fairburn. It would be great if we can get pressure in. This kick will, though, be snapped up. Hold is good, and good falling through. And so the Texans' first drive does walk away with 3. But 1st and 10, we go back to work here. Quick to the outside. Tony Pollard with a catch. Threw it a little bit behind him. But 2nd and 8, we're going to go to the run play here. Up the middle. We're going to hit. It's going to be Tony Pollard, one of our longest runs there of the season. But Spears now checks in. He's going to get the carry up the middle, completely swallowed. So we are going to go to the air. Out to the outside. Rolling, scrambling. Is we're going to throw this one down, almost picked off. Don't go upfield. And so it's another 3rd and long. Have to sit on it here. As we're going to hit this one in the window. Westbrook Nikine, great catch. But with cover 2 sitting, being the call here. If we just didn't cheat that, it would have been a great completion to Westbrook Nikine instead. It's still a great completion, but it's Calvin Ridley making the play. A read option here on the goal line. This will be a give. Completely swallowed up, though. And so this will be 2nd and goal. Underneath, we're going to hit this one to Burks. And Burks has himself another touchdown. Traylon Burks, unexpected here that he's got 3 touchdowns late in the season now. Back-to-back-to-back games is not what I expected. But we go to work here. First on the ground, it is going to be Joe Mixon running away from people. But now it's going to be run again here as we're going to sit with Baker and hold him short of the 1st down. As now it's going to be one more run, it looks like. As we're going to try to hold him short, James Williams couldn't make the play. Joe Mixon's 5 for 17, but they just refuse to go to the air. Every team refuses to go to the air. So they just try to run it. As they're going to do it again here, and we swallow it up. But a new running back checks in, and they will go to the air. Sitting across, more than likely underneath. No, a deep shot. A cover 2 slot fade. Amani Hooker gets burned. Wow. Every single time I say, hey, let's try to get this team to pass the football, we get burned for an absolute gut-wrenching, back-breaking, deep shot here. Splitting it in a cover 2. It's only one go route to your side. And they completely burn us. But the absolute worst thing happened on the kick return here. We ended up receiving it and then make a great cut here. And we're looking to get away from everybody, but the ball gets coughed up. And it will be the Texans recovering it. And so Jaquan Jackson not doing his job there. Quinton Lake in, as they will start off with a QB keep here. Out to the outside. Great tackle by Arden Keaton. So we're going to just play the box. I guess that's the only thing we can do here, as they will go run. Harold Landry in for the play. I really thought maybe we could respond with a good drive of our own, but it's 3rd and 6. We have to force field goal. We have no other choice here. Underneath, we're sitting with it. It's going to be a throw to the outside. We do hold him short. Good play by Roger McCreary. But they are going to go for it here. 4th and 2. Maybe run, as it will be a run to the outside. And we do stop him short, and we get the ball. Luckily, Lucko is on our side here, as we do make a massive 4th down stop. As it is, looks like Landry and Simmons in on the play. And so we have to go to work, but I'm going to go slowly go back to work. We're going to go to run first to start here. Try to cut it. Not going to work. And so if the run's not working, I guess we'll go to the pass right away. Will Levis looking, no pressure coming on. Pressure off the edge now, and it's Will Anderson on J.C. Latham. And so it's 3rd and 19. 4 vertical look here. Ridley one-on-one, or maybe we could drop it over, as it is a Quanquo holding on to it in a 4 vertical. We get lucky there. Now to a screenplay to the outside. We're going to go out to Pollard. Pollard spin move back in. He's got 9, 10, 11 on that one. But the first half is almost over, and we have to be careful about this. It's across Westbrook Nikine. Good grab. But underneath in this spot route, we're going to hit this here. There's going to be a penalty, and that should be pass interference on Jeff Okuda out there, as it will. And we're going to decline it, I think. Still just take the 1st down. It's actually, if we accept it, we're 1 yard closer, so I'll do it. But we're in something similar to that screenplay. Just one man in motion here. As we're actually going to step up, take off up the middle. Will Levis trying to win away from everybody, and we got ourselves a rushing touchdown. Dropped back a little too far. Stepped way up in the pocket and were able to take off there for a touchdown to retake the lead in this game. So 2:30 left. 2-minute warning almost called. They could try to run the ball here. As we now be in man coverage, we have to get out there. It's a broken coverage again that has us not switching over correctly, and Dallas Schultz running away from everything. But now 2 minutes left. It is the 2-minute warning. As we're dropping with it, they throw it underneath. Good tackle, good coverage actually out there. But now we're going to try to bring blitz here. One-on-ones across the board. Have to be smart about this. We're going out, as here we go. Pressure coming on. Need to get him, as we do get to CJ Stroud, and we do force a bad throw. And so we do make a good play there. Now pass across the middle. They're going to take a shot here and just knock it out as he's out of bounds. And so it's a punt. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. They're going to pin us very, very deep. We're not going to look maybe to go for it. We may just take it to the half. And so we will go for a run up the middle. We have Tony Pollard, maybe enough. But Tony Pollard again here to the outside. It's one-on-one. We can't win it. They burn a timeout now. And so we just need at least a first down here. I don't want to give them a chance here with good field position. It's checking out. We're just going to hit Pollard out of the backfield. Pollard would have had frees, but it wasn't a bad pass. And so we need to punt this one deep. Good job from our gunners to get off, and they're going to force a fair catch with 8 seconds left. There's 9 seconds left. They could make one quick play, then try a Hail Mary, and maybe that's what they're going to do. As they're going to go out in. It's going to be CJ Stroud just running around, dumping this one off. We rally and tackle, 2 seconds left, and they burn a timeout. And so we're going to try, just bring everybody down for a Hail Mary look. CJ Stroud's going to put this one up, as it will be James Williams, hopefully in there for the pick. L'Jarius Sneed's actually the one able to bring it down, and we're going to be running away from this one. Try to pitch it. Oh, no, we just need to make a tackle. Okay, phew. That could have been bad. But we have ourselves a lead here. But in the second half, they are starting with the football. And they're starting on the ground here with Joe Mixon with a big run. He breaks 2 going down finally. But CJ Stroud so far has only thrown the ball 9 times in this game. He's been very reliant on the run, actually, as they swing this one out to Mixon one more time. Good wrap up and tackle. But that counted as a run. So a little bit surprising there. Williams coming through as we're going to try to squeak down and force this short, and we do. On the running back there, is that Pierce taking it nowhere. James Williams, what a play. And so 4th and 2, they're actually going for this here. I don't expect them to run the football, but we're going man-to-man as they are going to actually run this. And they do pick it up and a whole lot more. But it's 1st and 10. They're going to go screenplay. With Lake, we got to get off as it's going to be the big tight end running away from everybody here, breaking through one. Snead finally brings him down. But we're going to continue to put pressure on here. Tight end, slant route, backside, caught Uzi in coverage against Woods. But now it's going to be a play action here. We got pressure on, but it's caught by Nico Collins, and it will be a touchdown. Texans get in on the deep cross. It's Quinnen Lake and Roger McCreary out there. Both of them couldn't keep up. Nico Collins emerging as one of the best targets in the NFL. And CJ Stroud's best new toy. And we're doing better than the last time we played him. I will say that, as we're going to try this return here with Cavante Turpin. If it wasn't for that fumble, I mean, granted, that fumble didn't lead to anything, but still, that would have been and could have been a big difference maker in this game. But we're going to go maybe play action, read option. No, it's Tony Pollard again getting to work. And 4 yards per carry from him is nice, as Tajee Spears does come in. And we need to run the ball very well with him. Problem is, it's just not the case. But 3rd and 6, we're sitting on it. And we're going to bet on Okonkwo to win this. And he just drops the football there. Oh my goodness. And so we need to punt this football away. We should have been able to get that. Stonehouse, this boot a little bit shorter than usual, and this one will be fair caught. And CJ Stroud is going to come back out with them starting out in I formation. Run play to the outside. Amani Hooker, we push him back in, but it's a great run. But the Texans are just outworking us in this game, especially through the run. But they go down to the outside. No, flexing back in. Counter run play again. One more time. Hooker, we can't make the play. We do hold him short. But with them still lined up in this look, we can still bring pressure. That's going to be the goal here. It's a stretch play on 3rd down, and they get this 1st down. And a whole lot more. Pierce running away from everybody out to the sideline. But with man in motion, we got to get over here. Screen play. Is they're going to hit this cross, or is it will be completed? But wow. Wide open on the outside was the running back. 3rd and now almost 7 to go. No, 2nd and 7 to go. They do pick it up nonetheless, but it will be now another run up the middle as it's Pierce breaking a tackle there. Burgess has to bring him down. And so the Texans are knocking on the door here to open up this almost 4th quarter. It's the outside. They're going to hit it across. It's a touchdown in. And this will be Tank Dell with the score. Now it's a 10-point game here. 24-14. And so we have to go back to work, and it's going to be a lot more throwing the football. I do think it's quick to the outside. We throw it low, but I would love to just have one read option just clear for us. This is just not going to be the case. The Houston Texans are just such a better team, so that is going to make it 3rd and 10. Another long conversion down for us. As crossers, we throw right into trouble. And that's an interception. A bad read from us, as we do have to tackle it down. And so the Texans are going to be sitting pretty. So they run this one up the middle. It's going to be Joe Mixon battling down to the 4. But I formation, they're looking to punch this one into. Money Hooker, stretch play. Left side, we cannot make the tackle, and it's a touchdown here. 31-14. Quick turnaround and score. And so this could be the game here. These drives could be it, as we're going to go to the outside. Turpin, decent return. But 1st and 10 we go, as we're just going to dump this one quick off to Tony Pollard. Get up the field. He's got over 15 maybe, but it will be underneath, as we are going to go ahead and get Nick Westbrook-Akine a good play. So 2nd and 2. Maybe to the outside. We're going to throw this one in and just miss Traylon Burks. But if this is cover 2, maybe we could try a hole shot as we're going to throw this one in. And no, that's not a hole shot that's going to work for us. Really force that one in there. Have to make the tackle. And so in the fourth quarter, they are going to run it. Quinn and Lake coming across. We're not able to make the tackle, but they're going to keep running this football. Good fill up the middle. And it looks like we're not out of the game just yet here. They throw this one underneath. Maybe we could make a stop. No, that's not going to happen. 2 broken tackles later. It's a first down. But they're going to go ahead here. Stretch play to the outside. Joe Mixon looking for a hole. He's not going to find it after Ardenkey did jump off sides. But the clock is just not on our side in this game at all. We're down by 17 points. It's just going to be tough, but it's 3rd and 6. And they go run it here on 3rd and 6 as we punch Pierce all the way back, 4th and 16. And so with Turpin, we're going to try to return this. We have to. They put backspin on this nonetheless as we're going to be running around to the outside here. It's just get tackled down 5 yards, but we're going to try to pass it. Deep shots here. We got pressure on us. We're going to throw this one as it's almost picked. And pass again we go. Underneath. Bad pass behind. Tony Pollard were able to get it to work. But season number 1 is almost complete, and we just need to get this ball away. We just need to understand how this is going to work here. Quanquo to the outside, and it's a bad pass. And that's how we end this game. But this is what the final score is. After a garbage time touchdown from us, we were able to get one in to Wiley, the tight end, but 38-22 does it. But I love as we look on, the mock draft is here, and this is what I want you to think about it. Before we look at the end of year stats, Michael Williams has us taking. Is that the move that we make here? Will Campbell, Travis Hunter, Luther Burden, Will Johnson. There's a lot of big players, a lot of big game here for us to look through, but will it be the selections for us? Is the mock draft number 3? Could be insane. So many phenomenal players in here, like Ashton Genty. Oh, it would be so much fun to have him, but he's not going to go our way. He's definitely not going to be selected because we need a quarterback. We need wide receiver. We need corner because I don't know between Sneed, Woozy, McCreary, how long and what they're going to be doing to stay with us, and maybe we could even move one back to safety to help us out a little bit. But you see our scouting report. One of the worst wide receiver groups. One of the worst tight end groups. One of the worst offensive lines. So many guys on our team aren't our way. As we do have a really good running back room. Rating 3. Quarterbacks, we're sitting at 24. Decision making is just our problem here. We tried to move some guys around. It just didn't work our way. But on the defensive side, our linebacking core needs a ton of work between Arden Key and Harold Landry. We may be moving to the 4-3. Who will know? The defensive line, you see it, speed poor, athleticism poor, pass rush average. Run support is one of the things we were good at. We just need to add some athleticism into our secondary. But Will Levis at the end of the season did finish up 19 touchdowns, 23 interceptions. Like I said, take away with a 9. He'd be sitting at 19 and 14. I will take it. Running backs. It was Tony Pollard getting 914 yards. Only 4 touchdowns on the season. 4.1 is good. Almost career low. But Tajay Spears, a down year from him in year number 2. But Calvin Ridley did not top 1,000 yards on the season. And Tyler Boyd, who will be leaving us, only 8 yards per catch. 354 on the year. But maybe things did change for Traylon Burks. Only playing at the end of the year. Touchdown in back-to-back games here. Maybe he's earned enough to get himself at least a consideration for a second contract at 6'2", 225. But I did like Westbrook Nikine, and he played well for us at 506 yards on the year. But Chigga Quanquo was a legend of his own right. Chigga Quanquo getting 623 receiving yards, 2 touchdowns. And at the end of the year, looked very, very good. He's going to continue to develop very well for us. But if we go stats on the defensive side, Jerome Baker, 104 sacks, 9 from Harold Landry, but other than that, not a lot. Jeffrey Simmons, need more from him. 1 forced fumble from Jerome Baker, another from Amani Hooker, and 1 touchdown from L'Jarius Sneed. But we do, and it looks like we do have the first round pick in the draft. So keep that in mind. Comment who you guys want to see, as these are our free agents coming up. There's a lot of them. Maybe if we can get back Quinn and Lake, I would like that. Definitely into a longer term deal, maybe a 2-year. But we're not losing a lot of star talent. But on the other side, we do have a lot of salary cap to work with, as the upcoming free agents are going to be interesting and very, very good. Khalil Mack, Lawrence, Zeitler, Cooper, Hafunga. So many good players. A lot of older guys, but like a guy like Nick Bolton, this would be huge to bring into the team. But this is the road to the Super Bowl, and we'll find out who wins it in next episode. I know it's a shortened episode for now. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are all doing blessed. And again, it's always a pleasure to be able to make this and do content. So thank you guys so much, and like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next one.